Just ask them how I did it. I got out the limo, grabbed her hand, went upstairs and fucked her.
I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I
got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gon' eat 'em.
Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the gas, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
Kike Hernandez will step in. Jumps on the first one, sends a high fly ball to deep left field, and Hernandez does it again in October. San Diego, 5 hits in the series. Hits it hard, deep left field, the second home run from a Hernandez. Tail unloads halfway up the pavilion. Tatis, the last hope for the Padres. Ground ball to third, picked by Hernandez. The Dodgers punch back and head to the championship series.
What is different about this particular team?
Are we live?
We're live.
The fact that we don't give a fuck?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Late night crew. Whoa, where's my screen going? Creeping up on your boy. The fuck is going on, man? It's Friday night. Oh, Rhonda, please pray for your boy when you go to the prayer conference. If you can do that solid for me. Say what's up to your boy. Congratulations to them Los Angeles Dodgers. And Shohei didn't do shit. Yes. That is a very good thing. Shohei didn't have to do nothing. Bet. Kike's a fool. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. We don't give a fuck. Regina, Clee, Scott Johnson, Janice, Bob, Steven, Rhonda, Boston, what up, champ? Ladies and gentlemen, Gardis Watts. Ladies and gentlemen, Gardis Watts in the building. Steven, what's happening, kid? So, Taro, what it do? So, Taro got a point. You can't be like, I ate these, but I put cream cheese on like that. Yeah, that's full-on cheat code. I couldn't do nothing but laugh at that. Look, that's some real shit. That's some real shit. I'm debating whether or not I'm about to make this espresso. I can't believe I have an espresso maker, number one. And then I can't believe I have an espresso maker that makes espresso in like 60 seconds. I think it's even less than that. Like literally turning it on cold. I think I might have to, Clee, because it's just too good to pass up. Because no, you know what I normally do before? Like if I even feel remotely kind of how I'm feeling right now, this is when I normally go to, like my gas station trips have been basically eliminated almost. Like basically the Pepsi's be stock, and since I don't go get blunts, then that means I don't go get coffee. And now I got a coffee machine and I don't smoke blunts, so and then I'm back on my diet starting like officially everything is clear Monday. Now I'm back on my diet. So that means I ain't gonna I ain't getting no gas station cookies. So it's literally just like convenience stores have been phased out of my life until I get the Buckies. Trey Denny was happening. You know, I got my little espresso mug. Yeah, buddy. Mister. I'm about to stomp on some heads tonight. Over Xavier, I saw what your whole ass said on Twitter or whatever. Hey nigga, fuck you. You weak ass nigga. All y'all niggas running around this motherfucker beating on y'all chest until any of y'all niggas is ready to step face to face with a nigga like me. Shut the fuck up. Okay? I'm about to let my cat out. Shut the fuck up, Xavier. Bitch ass nigga. You ain't gonna say shit to me with your whole ass. We know that. See, because Xavier, the last time me and you had a conversation, Xavier, I caught your motherfucking ass flat-footed and embarrassed you. Remember that? Remember when you tried to lie? And I had to be like, oh, no. That's not how that happened. Remember you tried to lie to my face? Remember the last time you talked to me, Xavier? You tried to lie to my face and that shit didn't work? Pretty much all of y'all niggas, the last time y'all talked to me was when y'all lied to me. Y'all lied to my face and then y'all was ever too pussy to face me again. Pussies. Don, it's good evening. This is a no. I need some espresso music. Oh, I know what's some espresso music. I ain't never played this. Hold on. Is this even on here? There's no way this is on here. I ain't played this on the air forever. This gotta be deep in the vault. Let's see. I'm looking for something very specific. Oh, let me find this. It's about to be around. And it's WPS too. Hold on. Is it on that other one? Oh, hell no. I should turn that on. That piss a lot of people off. Nah, you know what? I know exactly what I'm about to turn on. Hold up.
I'm doing all right. How are you, DeGeneres?
I'm great. Congratulations, sir, on your
Thank you.
win. Before we get started, as tradition,
Hey,
the boy
go
is
ahead,
safe.
rock that gold.
The boy is safe for yet another week. It's not as big as the one that you had. But this will do.
There you go.
Before we get started, I have to tell the chat, as customary, everybody put the X in the chat. Do you know what that means, sir?
Everybody put the X in the chat.
You might know part of it.
All right, now I'm blanking. It's been a long couple hours. I ain't got no sleep.
You have two emojis in the chat.
Okay.
One of them is a person holding up an X.
Yep.
Do you want to know what the other one is?
Is it just like the red X out?
Nope.
What's the other one?
The women have given you the eggplant emoji throughout.
Oh.
Through all my protesting, they would not listen to me, but they have given this to you. So you have to say thank you to Anna, because she took a lot of punishment for you.
So I have either the X cross sign or I have an eggplant emoji.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess it'd be like that sometimes.
So I want to ask you, how does it feel to be at the top of the mountain? Like, you had the Danielle Reyes, you have the Marvin Latimers, even Will Mega season 1, but now at the top of the mountain is Xavier. What is that truly like?
It's an incredible feeling. You see some players who have tried to accomplish what you have accomplished, and I know I wouldn't have got here if I didn't have 5 other individuals in the house with the same vision and goal in mind that I had. I'm not sitting here as crowned as Big Brother season 23 winner without every other member of the Cookout Alliance. And for us to all come together and stay fixated on that goal, it was truly something beautiful.
For sure. Okay. Do you want to hear the moment I became sold on you?
Okay, what's going on? Speak on
it. Brandon Frenchie was still in the house.
Oh, wow. We're going way back. Okay.
Going way back.
That's at least week 1. That's week 1.
Yeah.
Week
Travis
2.
hadn't went home yet.
Okay, week 1. So talk to me on it.
So, Frenchie decided he wanted to get mad at Kylan, and it was when you were trying to defuse the whole Kylan Frenchie thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when Frenchie walks out of the HOH room, you had probably one of the greatest cam talks of all season. And it was when you said, everybody get up here right now, because everybody in here is tripping. And now at that moment I said, Xavier's going to be able to corral them. So looking back at week 1, how much did your game evolve from that? Because you were very reserved back then.
Yeah, I knew coming into this game I wanted to play more of a low-key reserve game, especially from a competitive standpoint. Socially, I wanted to make connections, but not be disingenuous with my connections. I didn't want to seem over zealous, trying to go out and like, hey, I want to be your friend. Hey, I want to be your friend. No, like, no, we'll be friends. We're in the house 24/7. I'm gonna meet you. You gonna meet me. We'll be friends. And then from there, that kind of helped develop social relationships in the house to where people now, oh, hey, he seems like an all right guy. I can work with him. And then from there, I just continued to try to position myself well until eventually it came time for me to then start winning some competitions, get a little bit of power to establish trust in the house, or win competitions just when I need to prevent myself from being on the block any further, or to accomplish the goals of the cookout. And that's just kind of how I planned on playing the game, and I think that was shown in my gameplay.
Well, I think you didn't get enough credit either, and you sacrificed so much with the cookout, with it being Christian, whether it was Christian, whether it was Whitney. You had a relationship with Whitney, you had a relationship with Alyssa, and I kind of disagreed with some of the way you went at first until I realized that I think you took a lot of the target off your back by literally being the biggest sacrificial lamb I think we've seen in a long time.
You mean by getting nominated so many times, or
nominated so many times? Whenever it was time for like the people that you were cool with to be moved off the block, you never complained. You made it very easy, because that's where Tiffany messed up.
Yeah, I would say with Christian, I had a little more fight back. I would definitely concede that, Christian, I was like, oh, well, maybe we keep him around. This is my boy a little bit. And Tiffany was like, yeah, maybe we keep him around. Tiffany and I were kind of eye on that. But I think Tiffany played an amazing game. I think in the house when we're competitors, we aren't able, obviously we knew each other were playing good games, but we can't really give the praise that I think the other one deserves just because we're in that competitive mindset. But Tiffany played an amazing game. She was also representing Michigan in her own right. So shout out to her. And but yeah, that was where that's where the game gets difficult, because you develop these personal relationships. You see people who are loyal to you, but then you have the cookout, which has to take priority over literally everything because of what it represents. And I would say when I need to do what needed to be done, when Tiffany needed to do what needed to be done, or any other member of the cookout needed to do what needed to be done, it was, even if it may have been like, I don't like it, we still ultimately did what needed to be done. And I think that's why we were successful.
Well, when it was time for Tiffany, was it really light switch like it looked for you? It looked like when she got hokey in that HOH, that you were pretty much sold at that point. Is that true?
It was definitely Tiffany and I literally sat down and had a conversation. I was like, yeah, I'm frustrated. And she was like, yeah, I wanted the HOH. And we were just like, we just was real on it. And for me, she knew how I felt in week 6 when I felt like Kylan made a selfish move, and she felt the same way. So then for her to do it in week 9, I was like, obviously you can understand my frustrations, because now when you make those selfish moves, it can sometimes put the cookout in a compromised position. And that I had an issue with, just because of what the cookout represents. But I mean, when I look back at it, when he won his week 6 HOH, it worked out. When Tiffany won her second HOH back-to-back, not only did she become a legend, but it still worked out in our favor. I know she didn't like having to nominate Claire, but she did what needed to get done. And so I can't fault it, because it all worked out in our favor. We made it to final 6. And I think whatever any member of the cookout did or didn't do worked, because we got to final 6.
And more importantly, you got to final 1. I'll say it for you.
I got to, sit in them chairs and get a nice little payday.
Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this, because you did. I had to get on you, because you did. You turned your back on the cookout for 2.2 seconds.
Okay, when did I do that?
You were on the wall.
You saw that. You saw that. Yeah. I saw that. I saw it. Don't try to lie. Don't do it.
You try to get Derek Jow to throw it to Alyssa when no one wanted that to happen.
Oh, no, Alyssa was trying to make a deal with Derek X.
No.
I wasn't getting off the wall until Alyssa got down.
No.
Foot on this nigga neck. No, you didn't, nigga. No, you didn't. This nigga ain't talked to me since. Just for the record, he ain't talked to me since. He ain't like that, bro. He wasn't feeling this. I was feeling this. He really wasn't.
What you mean? I got him. Yes, I got the check. I promise you. I timestamp.
If you got the check, then I very well could be wrong. But
if you got the check, I mean, I could be wrong, nigga. You know you was lying, bro. Don't try to lie to me. That's all. That will always go bad. If I ask you about something, know that I already know. I don't tend to ask questions I don't know the answers to liars.
No, but I thought that what you were doing at that moment was actually a better move, but it actually worked out, because I think you got your instant karma, because you ended up trying to make a deal with Derek Jow after Alyssa went down again, and he promised you like some Sour Patch Kids and some goofy stuff, and then you ended up being a have-not soon thereafter.
And a steak.
So I felt it was instant karma for you.
Being a have-not's not fun, but that's a small price to pay in the Big Brother game. But no, with with Derek X, Alyssa dropped, and at that point, I was like, okay, if I really want a Kings member to be safe, I can stay up here and win. But with Alyssa dropping, I knew if all it took was for me to drop for a Kings member to then be targeted at, because I knew everyone had our team's name in their mouth. And from our team, the biggest competitive threat at the time was Christian. So I was like, if I made a deal with him and Alyssa made a deal with him, he's not coming after either of us. He'll likely take a shot at Sarah Beth or Christian. But if he really wants to take a shot, he's going to look at Christian. And that's what ended up happening.
Oh.
I'm still rich, y'all broke, and y'all are stupid.
L, nigga. L. Y'all niggas is weak as fuck, bro. Y'all niggas is, oh man, y'all niggas is weak as fuck. That shit Xavier tweeted when I got off the air, I was like, man, you weak ass nigga. Why don't you say that shit out loud? Why don't you say that shit where I can hear you, punk motherfucker? Anyway. We gotta hear this shit about R. Kelly. And I gotta be honest. I haven't listened to it yet because I wanted to react to it live with y'all. But just from the looks of it, I don't like it. He did not. Hey, Grace, he did not. I was like, nigga, you not getting ready to slide as the hero of the cookout, nigga. When I saw what you did, nigga, it was more than once Xavier was cool with the cookout blowing the fuck, because he don't like none of them niggas. I don't blame him on that shit, but he a hoe for faking it. He don't like Tiffany, Hannah, Derek Frazier, Kylan. He don't like none of them niggas. They all still hang together. Everybody still hang together except Xavier. That nigga took his check and bounced. Now, I promise you, I'm going. Look, you know what's funny? One thing that's funny is like how YouTube works from a content creator standpoint, where like everything, like every video or stream you do, you almost gotta look at it like artwork. Here's what I mean. You can do a video today and do a video tomorrow. Both could do well in views, and the comments will look totally different. And it's clear that from the comments, it's clear that everybody hasn't watched all these videos, both videos, just two. So for example, people are in the comments, call themselves going in on me over Jaguar Wright getting embarrassed with the shit she did on Pierce Morgan. And these niggas act like people literally in the comments saying, I must work for Diddy. And I'm like, so you didn't see the half-an-hour video that I uploaded the day before? That is, I don't think, if I work for Diddy, I don't now. I don't fuck that up. I just be trying to explain to y'all, because when the nigga get off, y'all gonna all act surprised and just be like, oh, one of them rich people called in. No, they not even gonna have to have anybody call in. They just gonna use the law. A lot of this shit sound flimsy with Diddy right now. This ain't me saying Diddy ain't did nothing. I'm just telling you, this shit sound flimsy. You niggas is trying to indict him on this motherfucking, basically off of the fucking Cassie video, and y'all swearing that Cassie's gonna go motherfucking test her. Cassie's gonna go get on the stand for somebody else when she wasn't trying to get on the stand for herself. Can y'all make this make sense for me, please? She wasn't even trying to get on the stand for herself. She's yet to make a public statement about this shit for real. But she's getting ready to make public statements for somebody else. All right, man. Y'all know it all.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Exactly. They watering this shit all the way down.
I really feel like that 1 millisecond completely just changed my whole life and changed who I was as a person.
R. Kelly's daughter, Buku Abi, is opening up for the first time about the alleged abuse she suffered as a child, alleging she was one of her dad's victims. In the TVEI stream.
Wait, are you pregnant? Is she pregnant? Strike one.
Network's explosive two-part documentary, R. Kelly's Karma, A Daughter's Journey. The 26-year-old alleges she was abused as a child by her father.
For a long time, I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me.
Abi, who was born Joan Kelly, is the daughter of Kelly and his ex-wife, Drea Kelly. In the doc, she recalls how it allegedly happened when she was 8 or 9 years old.
I just remember waking up to him touching me. And
hey, I'm waiting on them tears, cousin.
I didn't know what to do. So I just got...
First of all, how much work have you had done? Are you pregnant right now? Because look, man, I'm telling you, I got to be honest. None of this shit's unbelievable to me. You're just like saying random shit. This is you just trying to get some money real quick from Access Hollywood, in my opinion. Because what else are you trying to get? The nigga's in jail.
I just kind of lay there and I'm pretending to be asleep. And I just remember from that moment on, like I was a different person.
There we go. Come on.
I wasn't the same. But I was too scared to tell anybody. So it was hard to even accept that it happened.
She reveals she eventually did tell her mom what allegedly happened when she was 10 years old.
What kind of AI fucking shit is that you just played?
Told my mom I didn't go over there anymore. My brother and sister, we didn't go over there anymore. And even up until like now, I struggle with it a lot. I struggle with not ever wanting to talk to him again, but then wanting to, because my dad. But
I'm confused. This doesn't make much sense to me. But
I really feel like that 1 millisecond completely just changed my whole life and changed who I was as a person and changed the sparkle I had.
In the doc, Abi claims that after...
What does that mean? What does that mean? It changed the sparkle I had. What the fuck does that even mean? Because this ain't a R. Kelly money grab. This is her just grabbing money from... Oh, shit. This is just her grabbing money from anybody that'll listen.
Allegedly happened.
Yeah, as soon as they said, yeah, this is the ex-wife of R. Kelly's daughter. Oh, here we go. Magically, she done popped up on the scene. She pregnant, so that means She probably needs some money. I don't see no ring on her finger, so there's that. I'm just saying it because she's pregnant. I'm saying because she's pregnant with no ring, and now she's on TV. Guarantee she didn't do this for free. Because what else did she do it for? The nigga's already locked up. She ain't doing it to get quote unquote justice. That's the difference when you doing this shit when a nigga's already locked up. See, if you do this shit before the nigga get locked up, then we can play like you were trying to get him locked up and shit like that. But the nigga's already locked up and he there. That looks like where he gonna be. So did Access Hollywood give you a single dime?
Changed the sparkle.
You know they got another R. Kelly type. Bro, that Survivor R. Kelly shit was so fucking successful. And the main thing that I took away from watching that shit was I might have to just re-upload those episodes. Because that Surviving R. Kelly shit was literally just like a fucking hit piece that didn't make much sense. It was a lot of innuendo, and then it was people like Sparkle, who was like, yeah, I was there. It's like the Gene Deal shit, where it's like, man, y'all niggas can miss me telling on these motherfuckers, like, this ain't me protecting them. This is me actually looking out for the victims. Where it's like, okay, y'all want to leave niggas like Diddy and R. Kelly holding the bag, but everybody knows that it was not just Diddy. A lot of the times, these girls or whatever, by the time they got to Diddy or R. Kelly, the crimes had already been committed. The trafficking, the whatever the fuck, the drugging, a lot of the time, that shit was done for them niggas even arrive. So how come all those people get off just by telling? Sparkle was damn near like, yeah, I was getting the girls for R. Kelly. Wait, so why ain't you in prison? That's the part that fucked me up, was the way that I was like, Sparkle was able to get, not only she's not in jail, but she was able to get a bag from this. Like, bitch, you was like, you got the hose for this nigga. Make it make sense.
In the dog, Gabi claims that after she told her mom what allegedly happened, they filed a police complaint as Jane Doe. But the police, quote, couldn't prosecute him because I waited too long. So at that point in my life, I felt like I said something for nothing. Access Hollywood has reached out to R. Kelly's team for comment. His attorney denied the allegations in a statement to People, adding, quote, Mr. Kelly vehemently denies these allegations. His ex-wife made the same allegation years ago, and it was investigated by the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services and was unfounded.
Did you know that before you gave her the money, Access Hollywood? Because if you didn't, they got your goofy ass.
And the filmmakers, whoever they are, did not reach out to Mr. Kelly or his team to even allow him to deny these hurtful claims. In 2022,
Surviving R. Kelly was so fucking popular, bro.
Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being found guilty on all charges in his racketeering and sex trafficking case. He received an additional 20-year sentence the following year after his conviction on 6 counts of sexual exploitation and enticement of a minor. He is currently incarcerated at the Metropolitan Correction Center in Chicago and will be eligible for release in 2045 when he is 78 years old.
So you didn't get Gayle King. See, that's the shit right there, first of all. She's just, you would think she would do this interview with Gayle King, right? But Gayle King know better. Gayle King know better.
R. Kelly's daughter, Joanne Kelly, alleges he sexually abused her as a child. Joanne Kelly, who also goes by the name Buku Abi, alleges that the R&B singer sexually abused her when she was 8 or 9. She tearfully says in the 2-part TVEI network documentary, Karma, A Daughter's Journey, per People magazine, I just remember waking up.
Yeah, I'm sure she did that for free. I'm sure you did that for free for people, man. You working on your own karma.
Up to him touching me, and I didn't know what to do, so I just kind of laid there and I pretended to be asleep. The documentary, released October 11th, states she told her mother, R. Kelly's ex-wife Drea Kelly, about the alleged abuse in 2009 when she was 10. In a statement to People, R. Kelly's attorney Jennifer Bonjean says Mr. Kelly vehemently denies these allegations. A trailer for the special was released September 29th.
He was my everything. For a long time, I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. I really
Man, y'all
feel
trifling. And you just sold these pictures of your family and shit for what?
that 1 millisecond.
Y'all missed that R. Kelly bread. That shit dried the fuck up. Y'all niggas gotta get jobs now. Some of y'all niggas, I ain't gonna say everybody, but some of you niggas gotta get jobs now.
Completely just changed my whole life.
I told you there's this new type of grifting where people grift off of known villains and shit. Everybody got a story once a nigga get caught up, for real. And especially now, it's like, well, why'd you do it? Oh, like I said, for me to believe you, the first step you should do is come out for free. How's your first time we hear about this shit in a trailer for a movie? What? No. Not you. It ain't you cooperating with the feds, trying to get this nigga more time. None of this shit. You got a movie coming out. Like, I'm trying here, bro. Is this the official trailer right here? Hold on. I think I got the trailer. How you gonna have a trailer for your allegations? But nah, bro. Look, I don't be caring. Y'all can cancel me. I don't want none of the woke money. I keep that shit. Cause I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how your allegations come out via trailer. Like, this is just a question. I'm not saying anything. That's just a question.
So R. Kelly's daughter, Buku Abi, whose real name is Joanne Kelly, she spoke out in support of her father's accusers in a lengthy Instagram post. So she claims to be devastated.
And today, R. Kelly was sentenced to prison for his many crimes against underage girls.
Nobody wants to be the child of the father that is out here hurting women and children.
Everywhere we go, everything we do, it's always gonna have some type of like double meaning under it, or someone's gonna read between lines that aren't there.
Well, nigga, you appear to be on demon time. Your daddy never looked like Robert Kelly Sr. looked a tad better than Robert Kelly Jr.
He knows exactly why we can't have the relationship.
Oh, a TMZ blurb. This is definitely trustworthy. Javon Barksdale, Scott John. Did I even say what's up to everybody? I think I did for the most part, didn't I? What is TVEI?
That we would have liked to have with him.
Just because you're not a good husband doesn't mean you can't be a good father. And the fact that he didn't even try. What he did to me, he did to me.
You can no see this shit done lost. So the credibility shit is just Drea, you can cut this shit out.
Just because you're not a good husband doesn't mean you can't be a good father. And the fact that he didn't even try.
How you still have this nigga's last name? let's just start there, nigga. Yeah, this nigga got a trans son. Like, bro, it's just Kelly. Just you fucked up, nigga. You did fuck up as a daddy, bro. But this nigga was also illiterate. Like, people forget R. Kelly's one of the dumbest niggas ever. He's one of the dumbest niggas ever. Why do you still have this nigga last name?
What he did to me, he did to me. But you didn't have to do it to my damn kids.
And you still got the nigga last name?
What he has done to those kids, there is no other word for him. He's a monster.
I know that there were so many things going on. There were some times I thought I wouldn't make. He was my everything.
So was he a shitty dad or not? Like, we got it both ways?
For a long time, I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. I really feel like that 1 millisecond completely just changed my whole life. If my son asks questions, I'm gonna be as truthful as possible. But I will not be taking my son to a prison to meet his grandfather.
You talking about what? Going to... Why would... What? Why would you even be talking about taking your kids up to the place where your rapist is housed? What am I missing? I will be watching this. You better be on your P's and Q's. Oh, it came out yesterday? It came out on what? What the fuck is TVEI? I've never even... Y'all say this shit like this. Y'all motherfucking YouTube page got 646 subscribers, nigga, and y'all say this shit like... Oh, so y'all this type of company. So y'all... Wait. This shit just lost even more credibility. First of all, y'all YouTube channel got less than LNC Sports, I think. Y'all nigga, wait, bro. But wait. Wait until you see this trailer that's up there too. Oh, man. This shit is losing credibility by the second.
This brother needs no introduction because, to be honest, it's hard to introduce somebody whose name changes every other day, okay? But he's reached such a high level of black excellence that as he continues ascending the ladder of greats, nobody can keep up. Let's welcome the one, the only, the chairman of Revolt, Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Mr. Combs.
Sean Combs, also known as Diddy, is a truly influential name in the music industry.
So wait, y'all going at Kells and Diddy at the same time with y'all off-brand TV One network, TV One meets Tubi bullshit, nigga. What is this a clout chase? just the introduction just sounds like a low-budget YouTube documentary.
From his humble beginnings as a songwriter and rapper, Diddy's talent and ambition propelled him to astonishing heights of success, making him one of the most influential moguls in the business.
Not during these times. Why are we watching old-ass white people walk down the street in the 70s? The fuck does this have to do with Diddy?
I'm like any audience member that's out there that had that dream to be somebody and wanting to make this culture a career.
What followed was a fall like nothing else. Allegations of the worst kind of crimes. A loss of respect in the masses. Combs' story is one of complexity and...
Nigga, this is literally like... I've seen AI Diddy videos better than this.
Chaos. Diddy has consistently pushed boundaries and redefined industry standards.
There's so many people that I want to thank, but most importantly, I want to thank music. I fell in love with music.
Wait, you don't want to thank God, did he?
Around the age of 5. Music at times became my best friend when no one else was there. And later down the road, music even saved my life.
His journey in the music world has been extremely diverse. Not content with just being a songwriter and rapper, he took on the role of a talent scout, discovering some of the industry's brightest stars. With an unmatched eye for talent, he played a pivotal role in shaping the careers of numerous artists, elevating them to global stardom. Producing hit after hit, he has always been known as a star maker.
What? What? This Espresso. This nigga saying some shit.
Was a great deal of power in the palm of his hands.
Diddy, summit to plummet. And this is who's doing the R. Kelly daughter documentary. So what they give you, like $5,000, $10,000? You sold your daddy out in the pen with 5 bands. You and your mama down bad like this? This fucking network ain't got no fucking money, nigga. You might as well put the GoFundMe up and let these goofy bitches give you some bread, girl. You would have been better off doing that instead of doing this. You should have just did the GoFundMe. Summit to plummet, bro. Fuck you, Finger Productions. What the fuck is this bootleg ass shit, nigga? This is like the trailer at the beginning of a whack DVD, nigga. Nah, I promise the movie cold. Like, it got these whack ass trailers that ain't no skip, so we gotta watch them. But the movie funny, bro, on my mama. Sharon, what's happening? Napa, what it do? See, yeah, this is the shit this is the shit y'all niggas need to be talking about. He was my everything, bitch. Shut up. I'm sorry. I look, you can get mad at me. I don't believe her. Ooh, do something. I definitely don't believe her motherfucking mama. And there's something else I did need to hit on before I move all the way past, because yeah, we're gonna talk about this. There's something I gotta mention first. First off, fuck your bitch in the clique. You claim West Side when we ride. You can't claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. All right. Let's try this one. If this ain't long enough, because we probably gonna end up watching this whole little thing that Dame Dash did. We gonna see how this make me feel, Dame. Matter of fact, let me grab this motherfucker right quick. Just in case. All right.
You spent a considerable amount of time with Jay. Do you think there's any possibility that he's involved in the whole Diddy scandal?
The fact that you're just in a lot of pictures and he's over there a lot, objectively, you kind of have to wonder. It's kind of hard not to. I would hope that he doesn't and was not involved in any of these things, just regardless to whether they were illegal or not, just morally, you know, it would be shocking to me, and I'm sure to the rest of the world, if he gets caught up in that. But the way they're painting this picture, it's hard not to trigger suspicion, you know? It's just natural.
Dame, take that grill out of your mouth. You sound ridiculous. Secondly, Dame, ain't this you? Hey, nigga, ain't this you? So this thing where you gonna be going back in history, making it seem like, man, that's crazy that Jay could have been on some nasty shit. Well, how about you, nigga? How about you, nigga? You was fucking on Aaliyah, bro. Aaliyah was a baby, bro. Or she wasn't. She was grown enough. You was hurt when she got killed too. Was that y'all was getting married? You was, because remember, you was getting R. Kelly's sloppy seconds. Oops. That was you, Dame. You, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly had a love triangle with this little girl, bro. Y'all didn't? Come on, man. I'm the only nigga in the chat to know this. I'm the only nigga in the chat to know this. Like, when was this bitch signed to The Rock? Somebody remind me when she was signed to Rockefeller. I missed that. When did she get signed to The Rock? Like, so Dame Dash, you trying to have all this revisionist history, like they was fucking with young girls and shit? What? Nigga, so were you. But here's my favorite one with you and Aaliyah. Dame, this is my favorite one of you and Aaliyah. This one. This one. You, Aaliyah, Jay, and Diddy. This nigga was literally Jay-Z's boss, technically, in the moment, at that moment. And this nigga trying to be like, if him and Diddy was doing it, man, that's crazy. No, nigga, you was involved too. So this whole shit where Dame Dash tries to run it back like, oh man, I don't know what the fuck Diddy and them was on. Nigga, you was there. You were the CEO of Rockefeller Records, nigga, arguably one of the biggest rap labels of all time. When was Aaliyah signed to motherfucking Rockefeller? Because you got all types of pictures with this bitch. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now you sitting around, bro, yeah, we might watch this interview. The way your black ass sitting around trying to act like, damn, they was fucking with younger girls and shit. What? Nigga, you were too, bitch. Like, Dame has really made me mad with this shit. Where I'm like, nigga, and trust, we already know that you got ill will towards Jay because you never thought Jay was smart. You always thought you was smarter than Jay, and that shit was a given. And that nigga pulled the rug up under your black ass, and you never recovered. Have y'all not noticed that part? Oh, when Dame Dash fell, anybody that knew shit about Dame Dash was like, well, shit, it ain't shit. He about to get that right back. You still ain't got it back, nigga. Jay a billionaire now, nigga, and you still broke, nigga. You ain't got all your teeth now. But see, I know what you and Jay really fell out about. See, the real know that y'all really fell out over, shit like this, nigga. This is what y'all fell out about. Y'all fell out about some young box. I was very well versed in bro, like how y'all watch some YouTubers that's all they do all day is talk about hip hop and shit. Like, them niggas don't even know what they be talking about most of the time. Nigga, I was living this shit in the early 2000s. It was one of the biggest dreams I could say I accomplished. Is like, I can't say I was like the famous nigga ever, but to say, nigga, I was in tune with this shit. Because it wasn't even just like the clout that I had at that time. It was the information that I constantly was getting from being in the industry and shit like that. And this, the shit wild where Dame, that's why to see Dame do this is weird. Cause I'm like, well, Dame Dash must not think that we can just like get on Google or fuck a Google. All of us niggas that was like in hip hop culture in the late 90s, early 2000s, like, nigga, niggas was worried about you after Aaliyah died, bro. And I remember being young, being like, I never even looked at it like that. I was just like, damn, that, Dame was hurt over that shit. So you remember the nigga we watched the other night, the Star Report? The nigga that cussed out Jag, right? Well, he made a joke about Aaliyah's passing, and Dame Dash and Jay-Z got that nigga fired. Allegedly. Because I don't want to put words of Star mouth, but word on the street. So Jay and Dame was fucking on Aaliyah and fighting over her. So I ain't gonna lie. I got a problem with Dame trying to spin the block like this, man. This shit stink. I think we're gonna check out a little bit of this interview. How long is it gonna take for this? Oh, it ain't even gonna take 60 seconds. Aaliyah died when she was 22, bro. Y'all niggas have been fucking on her since she was 14. Kelly had her first, and then for some reason, only R. Kelly is the nasty one for getting with her. Nobody gave a fuck when the niggas was with her when she was 15, 16, 17. Nobody gave a fuck. And then as soon as she turned of age, these grown-ass 30-year-old niggas was taking pictures with her and shit, because they like, shit, she legal now. That shit wild, bro. What the fuck? Like, look at this shit. Hold on, let's look at this one first.
Hey, bring out the red carpet, bring out the red carpet.
How you doing?
What's up, girl? You stack. You know, America has been waiting for y'all to come back to us. How's everything going? Everything's going pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's clear something up, because you know I've been getting a rundown on the street. Everybody seems to think that y'all are either girlfriend or boyfriend, or cousins, or friends. Let's just get the record straight.
I better go get me a white Jeep.
This bitch is 14.
Well, no, we're not related at all. No, we're not. We're just very close. He's my best friend.
Yeah, cool.
Now, who found who? In the whole wide world.
In the whole wide world, Rose.
I found Leah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing.
So her uncle just offered her up to R. Kelly. Just offered him up. Offered her up. Wow.
Once I got her
Yeah, they got married. That's how that nigga was beating the case.
to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it. As soon as she started singing, that verified it. And from there, we became here, and everything is all good. Is Aaliyah your real name?
Aaliyah is my real name.
It's very unique. It's nice, though.
I think it's Muslim Arabic.
All right.
But you
Does
know-
it? I mean, do you know the meaning, or does it have a meaning?
It means the highest, most exalted one, the best.
All right. There we
Who's
go.
you?
Let everybody know.
Hello.
Can you say it one more
I didn't
time
even
so we
know
make
that.
sure we get this?
The highest, most exalted one, right?
The best, yes.
The best.
All right.
Get it, y'all.
Telling
now,
you.
now, what does everybody call you? I know your name is Robert, but do they say, yo, Art, yo, Kelly, yo Robert, yo?
R. Kelly. Some call me Ark. You know,
Some call him
making a
Art.
mistake. Right.
Kells.
Art. Yeah, but most people who know me call me Rob. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, Aaliyah, I know you're a straight A student. How do you mix with?
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness. Let's go to the abyss, nigga. I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Wait. To pivot from R. Kelly to Aaliyah's grades is what the kids call diabolical work, nigga. Wow. So we know you get straight A's. Nigga, so y'all know she a kid too?
Yeah, but most people who know me call me Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me, Aaliyah, I know you're a straight A student. How do you mix with, you know, studies and / artists?
Well, it was very hard to intertwine school with the career, but I do feel that education is number one. Cool. So I work hard at that, and I go to performing arts school, so they're very helpful. They've been very cool.
Right, AKA all she did was go learn songs and new choreographed dances. Straight A's.
Cooperative with me. DSA, everybody knows Detroit. And my parents work with me.
Good.
So they help me keep my grades up.
What do your parents think about your career?
They're very happy for me that, you know, I finally got where I wanted to get. I've been working very hard, and they've been a great support. Ever since I was a little thing, I used to run around and sing, and they've helped me. They've developed me.
Now, how do people around you act? I mean, you know how people say you've changed, and it's usually not you who've changed, but the people around you. Do you feel that kind of vibe going on?
Well, my friends at school, they've been supportive. They don't think I've changed any. They're the same. I'm the same. We're all the same.
That's cool, man.
Rob, Ms. Nitra, what's happening?
Now, how is he to work with? Rob is great to work with, because really it's not like we work, because we're like really close, so it's like just fun, really. We just hang out, sing.
I don't ever remember working.
Yeah, it's just like fun.
It seems like you had a lot of fun recording your album, but is there any song on the album that is your baby that you like more than others?
At Your Best.
At Your Best.
At Your Best, You Are Loved.
And that's what we're gonna peek at today, right?
That's right.
Why that song?
Because I love the Isley Brothers. And I really admire them. They're very unique. Their sound is very unique. You can tell the Isley Brothers song right off. And when he brought it to me, I just fell in love with it from the first time. So that's why I love it.
Where'd the title of the album come from?
She's running around the studio one day with her friends, talking a lot of smack. Talking about age ain't nothing but a number, girl. I was like, what you trying to say? So immediately I heard the song, you know, and I said, I called her back 15 minutes later, told her, check this out. So we cut the track right then and there.
Yeah, I called her. Once I heard age ain't nothing but a number, I called her and was trying to see if she wanted some dick. That's what it sounded like to me, Kelly. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, bro. That's what it sounded like to me.
Come from?
She's running around the studio one day with her friends, talking a lot of smack. Talking about age ain't nothing but a number, girl. I was like, what you trying to say? So immediately I heard the song, you know, and I said,
so what you trying to say?
Her friends. Talking a lot.
She was running around playing with her friends talking about age ain't nothing but a number. And I was like, so what you trying to do?
A lot of smack. Talking about age ain't nothing but a number, girl. I was like, what you trying to say? So,
age ain't nothing but a number. Ain't nothing but a thing. This love I have for you, it will never change. She did kill that motherfucker, though.
Immediately I heard the song, you know, and I said, I called her back 15 minutes later, told her, check this out.
I got a big dick, and I'm trying to fuck. So won't you let Kels come on through? That ain't what you said?
So we cut the track right then and there.
So you fucked her right then and there. Look at her face. You nutted quick too, nigga. Look at her face, Kelly. This is ridiculous, bro. Her face say it all to me. Because he's telling a story of when she got to cut a track with the world famous R. Kelly. And her face is like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck this nigga. She was already crying out for help.
And for the record, you are how old? That's a secret.
Oh no! This bitch gonna say it's a secret. Bitch, you not old enough for that. You gotta have a silver streak in your hair or something before you can pull that card, nigga. That's not you not really old enough to pull that card, nigga. It's very rude to ask the age of a woman. Bitch, that ain't you. Oh, this is devastating, nigga. She was 14, for the record.
You know, and I said, I called her back 15 minutes later, told her, check this out. So we cut the track right then and there.
And for the record, you are how old? That's a secret.
Kelly, the moment this bitch said her age was a secret, you should have got your black ass up and walked off the set. Bitch, you said you was 18. Now it's a secret? Oh, hell no, I'm out of here. That's what you should have said. Nigga, Aaliyah already know. You not allowed to know how old I am because I'm fucking this nigga. This was the big interview because the rumors had been everywhere at this point. They were so lucky there wasn't viral back then. This story was a level of viral, and this interview went a level of what you would call viral back then. Yeah, he should have. Ivan was happening. P-Love was happening. Yeah, that motherfucker should have asked for a mulligan, nigga. What is this?
Women doesn't disclose her age.
But she's not a woman.
Keeping it under wraps.
That's right.
Awkward. So you just keeping it under wraps. Yeah, she young than a motherfucker. The host know what time it is. This nigga like, well,
Record, you are how old? That's a secret. Women doesn't disclose her age.
Keeping it under wraps.
That's right.
Keeping it under wraps. This nigga, this fake ass Deion Sanders, he thought he was about to get on with this interview, nigga. This nigga got this quadruple breasted suit on, nigga, with this Hanes t-shirt up under it. What the fuck? First of all, oh, girl right here in the red, sexy to the motherfucker. She look good, nigga. She got her 90s hairstyle rocking, nigga. Motherfucker dress on point. This nigga, this quadruple breasted suit with that Hanes t-shirt up under it, nigga. With that cheap ass Movado watch, nigga. This nigga didn't get a hair. He didn't get a fresh line. He got that dingy ass hair. This nigga got caught off guard. He's like, wait, we got R. Kelly tonight? Shit, let me see what's in my trunk. This nigga was sitting there. He had on some jean shorts and that t-shirt. Then all of a sudden he found that suit and that watch in the trunk. Was like, yeah, we can interview Kells. Let me throw this on right quick. I mean, the suit could have been all right. That's some 90s shit, but that Hanes t-shirt, nigga. Where's your shirt and tie, nigga, or something? At least he was supposed to have a little bullet joint or something, nigga. He ain't got shit.
Right. So now y'all getting ready to set off this tour. And I want you to know I'm coming with you because I'm on the heavy D side, so we're going to set it off. Tell them about the tour, the package. I don't think everybody knows about it. Right.
Well, first of all, there's going to be a lot of excitement, heavy D.
Nigga, you clashing all over the place. You got on a navy blue suit with some black artificial Stacey Adams with a white Hanes t-shirt and no line. Oh, nigga, you down bad, nigga. You not fucking nobody up here.
If I'm not mistaken, Warren G, Coolio, Aaliyah, myself. It's gonna be a bomb.
Now, are you guys gonna be a package on stage, or you're doing your thing and you're doing your thing?
I think I come on first.
Yeah, she's coming on first.
Hell yeah, you come on first, bitch. I don't open up for you. I'm Kelly.
Do her thing, I'm gonna do my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Leah, I know you like movies. That's what you do in your spare time?
Yep. Watch the movies. My favorite horror flicks like Silence of the Lambs. It's my favorite.
Right. How is Silence of the Lambs, yo? You, there's no way you understood that movie at 14, nigga. Stop playing.
All-time favorite. I like comedies too.
Do you have any aspirations on?
Yeah.
Do you have any aspirations on becoming an actress, or maybe moving into film down the road?
Yeah, I would like to. The school I go to, of course, we deal in drama, dancing, everything. So I would like to do a little acting on the side.
So you were an industry plant of the highest order from Jump Street. Cool.
Well, let's check out this new video of yours.
See, studio industry plants were okay back in the day because they used to actually get people with talent. That's the difference between industry plants of today and yesterday. Yes, there were a lot of people that were talented that didn't get on because they didn't necessarily sell out. But the people that sold out still kind of had some talent. We had great artists. Now, we're not getting the talent.
Your best. You Are Loved by the Isley Brothers. Let's check it out, and then we're going to get back in your business.
The remix.
All right. Remix.
Blockbuster was the more expensive spot for me. Blockbuster's where we went if something was like, we knew they would have it versus the other spot. The VH1 video for me. So Dame, I'm about to watch this interview. You better not say nothing out of pocket, nigga. We gonna have issues. Hit that like button, man. It's Friday, motherfuckers.
Tactical nuke incoming!
They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now they call me Batman. Coming soon. How can you even wear them Rockefeller chains at this point? Because that's literally where your career ended. Like, Jay had literally multiple other careers that was bigger than his entire Rockefeller stay.
Before we start, I've been told to say, and I'm gonna say it, everybody download or subscribe to America New Network on YouTube, and also go to America New on your app store and download America New. It's just as free as subscribing to YouTube, and you can see more of what I'm doing. Also, anybody that wants to sponsor, this is business, and if you want to do that, get in touch with us as well. And this is something that we're gonna be doing for a while. I'm trying to drive traffic to my network that I own, and I'm proud of my work, so I'm gonna stand 10 toes down and fight for it.
What does this network include, or is it literally just you talking? I mean, that's okay if it is. I'm just wondering.
So my first question to you,
because this nigga got enough stories to do podcasts for years. True stories.
Is Well, you spent a considerable amount of time with Jay, and known to know him well. Do you think there's any possibility that
Damn, y'all, he led off with this?
he's involved in the whole Diddy scandal?
So,
number 5.
The fact that he just...
That's how you know Dame got blackballed, big. The one thing you can't say about Damon Dash is he ain't a hustler. So for him to never really get back to where he was, I believe him when he say the kibosh was put on him because he got that hustler spirit. And to have it on a level like Dame, that like, bro, people think Diddy was going hard. Diddy would go hard on a daily basis, but I always gave that number 1 slot slightly to Dame. I felt Diddy ran his company in a better way to get relationships. Diddy was always good at whooping people ass and doing fucked up shit to people off camera. Dame used to just embarrass people on camera for the fuck of it.
Just in a lot of pictures, and he's over there.
Shit happened, number 5. We here.
Objectively,
replay still work.
You kind of have to wonder. It's kind of hard not to. You know, like for me, it's a little different because, you know, I once knew him, not in about, 20 years. And, I know Puff.
And you got pictures with all of them. And you was fucking with young girls like them. But somehow, you just gonna make money off of it on the side. You better be careful, nigga.
So it's like the stuff that I'm hearing, like even the stuff that's already been admitted, like, the pause, the freak-off parties. It's like shocking to me, the reality of that was going on and I didn't know.
Not the cap. Do you think Damon Dash, this ain't even me saying that he participated. For me personally, Dame, this makes me feel you did participate. Because who believes that if these freak-offs were a thing, Damon Dash didn't know about them? Press 1. Did Damon Dash know about them? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. Did Damon Dash know about the freak-offs? Like, get the fuck out of here, Dame. Y'all was having y'all own freak-offs. Oh, here we go. I gotta give niggas a reminder because niggas is acting brand new, bro. I see how y'all niggas is trying to throw this shit all on Jay and Diddy and think y'all running out the back door. They not going for that.
Dallas, I think Buddy's going shopping.
Y'all literally had hoes lined up for the jet, bro, in a video.
I said, come on. All my mommy Hey yo, I got a resolution. This year I'm playing right. No 615.
So you understand if you paid if any of these bitches fucked y'all and y'all paid them, this is literally trafficking, right? But where's Dame Dash at? I mean, this could just be Jay.
Can't y'all see that I'm growing? I was so immature. I was young and having money. Having honeys come to the crib, digging it. And they couldn't have money from me. Some bad chicks didn't get past the bridge. I went to one.
Oh, where the fuck is Dame? My Dame part. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dame is the pilot of the plane with the hose. He's just stepping over hose. He ran what's happening, cuz.
Relationships, but I'm off that plate. I need a chick that practice.
Dame memory is just like these niggas' memory is just low. This is Dame literally getting off the plane with all of these hoes he was with that he trafficked on their private jet. But he knows nothing about freak offs. This makes me think you was in on it. Now, if you were saying that, hey, man, I know that niggas would get down and shit, but nigga, I definitely wasn't around for none of that shit. You know how niggas could be or whatever. So I don't know what motherfuckers would do once I leave. Like when certain elements start happening, I would leave. That's one thing he's saying that. This nigga's like, Diddy was having, like, I didn't know nothing about none of this shit till this shit like. Meanwhile, he was doing music videos with a private jet with hoes. Trafficked. Right. This is why I'm like, man, I don't know what Dame seems like he's trying to cover up. He don't want nobody to even start remotely remembering shit he was on. Y'all think Diddy was the asshole CEO. Dame Dash was the ass. Diddy was the nice guy. He was the true asshole. That's why, man, he lucky. He was the real asshole of this. Armandale. He had Armandale vodka. His Armandale vodka was going against Ciroc. It actually got a little bit of push for a second. Like, yeah, he's shocked. This nigga like he's shocked. Meanwhile, this nigga on a private jet stepping over bitches, dancing and shit, and they trafficking hoes across the country. And I'm sure they didn't have sex with none of them. Right. So that's why I'm like, I ain't saying Dame was necessarily in there with the baby boil and shit, but when he starts saying shit like he's saying, I'm like, well, nigga, maybe you were. Because why you lying like this? I didn't know. Shay knew about it back then. And the internet, bro, everybody know the internet was around in like 2004, 2005, but that shit was laughable compared to what this is now. Laughable. People were just starting to put articles up. There was not these hot blog spots. You was waiting for MTV to post some bullshit on AOL or something like that. And these niggas ran this motherfucker. Big pimping video. And Dame Dash was the king of disrespect. So just for the record, I'm going to be honest. So you know how Diddy was and like making the band and shit like that? Diddy stole that shit. He stole that whole swag. Hold on, let me show you. Because a lot of people forgot. And I don't know who did which first. It doesn't matter who actually did their show first. But the whole asshole shit where Diddy was being an asshole to everybody and shit, nigga, that was Dame Dash, bro. That's why I'm not surprised that like when he fell off, he ain't really had no friends because he was such a dickhead. They was like on top, and Dame Dash the type of dickhead is just like, nigga, we gonna be selling bricks forever. What time is this in the motherfucking thing? Okay, 2:25.
Things got to come our way, and the business got to run the right way. Things got to come our way, that's why they say we come to work and we don't come to.
This shit definitely came before motherfucking, what's her name? I want to be Diddy's assistant. But them battling for a loaded Jeep Commander is wild.
We're the ultimate hustler, real born smuggler, that's what we love. Get back, relax, making the dollars. We're the ultimate hustler, real born smuggler, that's what we love. Get back, relax, calculate the dollars, that's what we love. Get back, relax, calculate the dollars. We're the ultimate hustler.
And none of them niggas is on. Dame ain't even on no more.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't remember that motherfucker starting off like this.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Harlem. Smell it, see it, the essence. This is my neighborhood. This is where it all started.
Everyone from everywhere hangs out together. You got supermodels, basketball players, we have actors, all
So you with all them niggas, but you didn't know shit about what Diddy had going on.
And
you with Cam. That's the other thing, like Cameron and Mace trying to act like they weren't involved. Cam, bro, you wasn't involved in no shit. You should, bro. This and you young kids don't know no better, so y'all be loving listening to Cam and Mason. Y'all not even realizing that them niggas, you should probably look into them too. All of them niggas is suspect. All of them.
everyone from everywhere that I hang out with thinks luxury, thinks I want to have the best. And that's the exact.
Because nobody ever had shit to say about none of these niggas until they stop getting money. You don't remember the Ultimate Hustler show?
That I'm selling. People always try to pretend they're smarter than they are, tougher than they are, richer than they are, more of a hustler than they are. What I'm gonna do is expose that.
What I'm gonna do is expose it. Hold on, there's gotta be another clip. One more little extended clip of it. Wait, what is this one? This might be just the proper essence of what I'm looking for. Dame Dash, asshole CEO, Rockefeller Records. And Jay had that cool swag back then, like that kind of passive cool swag to where a lot of people would kind of look at Jay like, why you hang out with this nigga? Nah, don't worry, we get him, B. Jay ran game on all y'all niggas thought he was dumb.
Dog, I'm telling you, there's one of you on everybody's block. There's that guy that can never be wrong, that always finds a way to make it to where he gonna get the, you know what I'm saying? You know that guy. No matter what, you don't roll dice with him because you don't feel like arguing with him because you know he gonna cheat. You don't lend him no money. You don't bet with him. All because he gonna figure it, and you don't do no business with him. If you got some work, you don't hit him with the work because you don't feel like critiquing what he's doing all day long. That dude is everywhere. You know that guy. It appears you that guy. You know, Ray, you're definitely a hustler. I can't take nothing on it. But based on everything and the dishonest thing, and you know how much I don't even take no chances with it. You're gonna get money somewhere, but it's not gonna be here.
Appreciate the opportunity, though. Definitely see you again.
Wait, hold on. You gonna kill him?
Life's a dash. Life's a dash.
Life is the dash. This nigga, bro. What you gonna play with love? Who knows? This nigga berated this nigga. These niggas, 25 people competing for a Jeep Commander that's allegedly loaded. So Dame Dash was into pimping people for content and shit too. Diddy was at least giving these niggas a whole ass record deal and then eventually just shut the shit down. This nigga's like, look, man, I'm gonna do a whole TV show and the prize is gonna be a loaded Jeep Commander. Stop the fucking cap, bro. Stop the fucking cap.
Reality of that was going on and I didn't know. So right in this moment, like almost anything is possible. Like I would hear certain rumors and they were just too far-fetched to me. But the accusations that are being made, they're beyond the stuff that I was even hearing about. So again, I would hope that he doesn't and was not involved in any of these things, just regardless to whether they were illegal or not, just morally, you know, it would be shocking to me, and I'm sure to the rest of the world, if he gets caught up in that. But the way they're painting this picture on...
But here's at the end of the day, Mike, I don't give a fuck on some real shit. I don't even give a fuck if it was Viacom or BET, right? Or if it was Bob Johnson, all this shit, right? He big Dame Dash, CEO Rockefeller Records. Nigga, why don't y'all take $1 million out of Rockefeller and give it to somebody?
TikTok and virally and, you know, a lot of the things that are being said often, it's hard not to trigger...
even 100 racks.
Suspicion, you know? It's just natural.
So, what are your thoughts on Jaguar Wright being mentioned all over national news?
Well,
that shit's dead. She was getting mentioned until Pierce Morgan. I think Jay-Z played a four-dimensional chess move with her. Got Pierce Morgan to bring her on there. She said some goofy shit. Jay-Z shut it down, and Pierce Morgan snatched her national credibility that she'll never be able to get back. And people in my comments arguing with me. I'm like, nigga, you can argue me all you want, nigga. Like, she's done as far as that go. So sorry. So sad.
You know, again, like for a long time, or at least I would say like the last couple of months or year, at least a year, I've been seeing on social media and TikTok, you know, like bodyguards and, you know, Jaguar and different people saying extreme things. But, you know, it just seemed like it was just at social media. But
remember, Jag Wright, Reggie Wright, the one dark-skinned nigga, and Gene Deal, all of these niggas all say at least one thing. They get to a certain door and they can't go past the certain door. This nigga was allowed past every door. There was no door Damon Dash was not allowed to walk in. So this nigga to be like, yeah, I heard them saying all this shit. Nigga, you would know if they lying or not. Like, this is one nigga that could literally come on and be like, man, Gene Deal lying like a motherfucker. He ain't never seen shit. Nah, he trying to give them niggas credibility because he don't want none of them niggas start telling on him. Get the fuck out of here, Dame, nigga. You not slick.
Not slick.
When it goes to a national outlet like that and pop culture, number one, I think about it as a businessman from like my perspective. I'm like,
of course, money over everything.
I know how many people and how many deals that I didn't do.
That's why God made sure you could never get the type of money you wanted ever again. Because you worship it so much. That's the first, no matter what happened, he'll look at it from a business move. It could be a tragedy. Well, to look at it from a business perspective, why are we doing that? It's a tragedy.
Because of people being afraid of what has been said in the newspaper. You know, whether it's true or not, people just don't like any exposure when it comes to big business. Because most of the time, it's not that person's money, and they can't mess it up. They might get fired. So you play it safe. When someone gets on a national platform like that, and it's said where everyone, that's not really good for business. I don't see how anybody would be able to continue to do business with someone after those kind of accusations are made.
True. I'll give you that.
So in my mind, I'm like, well,
State Property was, I don't think I ever had none of the clothes, but State Property 1 and State Property 2 was, I fuck with both of those.
I guess now he's gonna have to regulate that. Like, I know just from my personal experience how bad that is for business. And for defamation, when you go into court, you have to prove that you lost money, and whatever money you lost based on what that person said, if you could prove it to be untrue, then they're responsible for that. So just to me, to forget about popular opinion, just for business, I feel like, you know, I'd be surprised if that's not regulated in some legal way, and if not, then that's gonna make me really curious. Now, the things that she's saying, you know, the thing about her is like sometimes there's a lot of truth to what she's saying based on my personal experience. I'm not gonna say she's completely accurate all the time, but some of the things she said were things that I was actually thinking, but I was like, I could never say that because people would say I'm hating.
No, nigga. See, stop, bro. You say a lot of shit that come across as hating and don't care. Nigga, if you said anything about these parties, people would believe you because we know that you had access to these things. The way that Dame Dash is now trying to act like he wasn't that nigga just so he can pretend the things are what they are is wild.
But I know for a fact that, you know, the thing she said, like the thing that the thing they all have in common is, you know, R. Kelly and Puff and the Weinstein and Epstein. I know that my personal experience with the Weinstein, that I walked away. And, you know, I did paid in full with them. And because it ain't like
So you've worked with them. So now he on record. Yep, worked with Weinstein during paid in full. I was cool with Jay. I was Jay's employer, basically. I was cool with Diddy. All these niggas, but then he's like, man, but it's crazy to hear all this shit that was going on, and I didn't know anything.
I have to see somebody doing something so extreme and dark that, you know, that's what I wait to walk away. There's small indicators, like if you're robbing people or you're talking to people bad, I don't want to be a part of that, so I'm not working with you. But, so I walked away from Weinstein, and then homie did do business with him. When it came down to R. Kelly, there was a conversation had about the...
You was on tour with Kelly. So when they say about Jay being on tour, well, you know who was there at all the shit? Dame.
Moralness, like it's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know raped my girl or raped anybody for that matter. So I do know that that conversation was had, and I was really surprised that he moved forward with that relationship. I don't know Epstein, so I never had the chance to walk away from him. But I do know that when that project did come out, I didn't want any part of that project. I didn't want any of the money to go to Rockefeller or me when it came to Rockefeller. It was around the time that Jay was trying to kind of separate himself from us. And he was saying that he didn't want to be a part anymore. And we resolved that issue with, look, if you want, because he wanted me to dilute and he wanted Biggs to dilute. And I wasn't diluting because I know what I mean and what I do for business. And Biggs was ready to dilute, but our OG, Deuce from St. Croix, kind of stepped in and was like, that's not right. And that's how we resolved it. The way we resolved it was, yo, you keep all the money from that project. I don't want no parts of it. The best of both worlds. So again, I mean, that is true. But, you know, I just think that, I think homie has to answer some questions right now. But if he doesn't.
You do too, though, bro. If Jay got to answer some questions, so do you, my nigga.
It just, you know, again, it's going to make people ask more questions. And me as a person that knew him, you know, I'm very curious to know the stuff that they say about Aaliyah. I mean, I'm human. And when I look at things, like again, a lot of things are weird right now. So I'm reflecting a lot.
What?
So I'm thinking, I'm like, well, homie might, you know, he was salty a little bit because he was trying to get at Aaliyah and I was trying to get at her.
But they want you to believe this all happened when she was old enough, and it did not.
But, and I know that there are people that benefited from her death. But for me, when I hear these conspiracies, I'm like, how could they be that powerful that they could get a plane or someone to crash a plane? Like, then they just be, I don't want to say I'm underestimating people, but I don't give people, like, that's like, yo, that's the most illest gangster shit, some Pablo Escobar. You could actually get a plane to crash. And then, you know, I hear a lot of rumors about me, like I sacrificed her and some dumb shit like that. You know, all those things. It's hard to, like, I don't want to believe that, but it does make me think it through, you know? So again, in this moment, just because there's so much gray area on a legal level, not what I'm suspecting, but like, you know, this shit is now real. Or if it isn't real, people are gonna have to prove that it's not real. And it's a moment where I'm curious, but if any of that is true, I'd have to talk to a therapist because I don't know what.
Nigga, you 8 years older than her though, bro.
I don't even know. I can't even like. I don't even want to go down that kind of a rabbit hole.
Which is cool in the grand scheme of, but unless you was talking to her when she was a kid, nigga.
It's just too crazy to think that me as a regular dude was in something that was just, you know, so dark, evil, and so strong, and Paul's powerful, that shit like this could even be almost a reality. Like,
man, stop the fucking
like I'm here,
cap.
like why am? So yeah, it's kind of ill, you know, to see the things that affected your life in such a big way for people to have different variations of what may have happened for someone that I love so much. Like, what would I do if I find out that somebody actually intentionally did that? I really don't know. But it's definitely a weird, you know, it's like, I know that this isn't a regular circumstance, and I try to keep things in perspective. But yeah, like when a dude that really cared about someone hears any story, of course they gonna think it through, and especially like a person like myself who thinks in boss in general and in war. Yeah, I don't know.
So during the whole law firm's press conference, they revealed that Diddy allegedly drugged people, and this is including minors, with horse tranquilizers, leaving them unconscious until the next day, and often they were saying felt
Where did that come from? I didn't read that in the court documents.
soreness in their private areas. What's your take on this?
When I heard that, pause, my mind was like blown.
Why the fuck was there a pause needed there?
So, you know, again, you think of things on different levels. So one level is that shit can't be true. He couldn't be that dark. That's bananas. Pause. Like, it's just too dark. And you think, well, damn, 120 people is a lot of people. But even if 1% of that is right, it's crazy.
Well, at least Dame talking like he got some sense where he's like, basically he's saying he don't believe it's 120 people. But yes, I'm with him, even if it's 1%.
Unforgivable. And then I'm thinking, well, shit, that lawyer, you know, he has a pretty solid history, and it would be pretty embarrassing for them to expose themselves in that way and be wrong. And then I'm looking at, they got the number while they were doing the press conference, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So to me, I'm like, if it's not true, then they just put a hit on him, because there's nowhere.
Damn, I ain't expect Dame to keep it a buck like that.
That he can be, we're messing with little children is
African and blessed, good evening.
Tolerated on any level. It's just an unforgivable thing where we're from.
Yeah, I saw it was alleged, but that's what I read the shit where because Tony Busby brought that shit up. But it's like, again, I don't trust this Tony Busby nigga just because he's some white man with a suit. I have no reason to trust this nigga because this nigga just came on. It's just anybody that just tell me a whole bunch of wild ass shit and they go, trust me. I don't fucking know you. Give me a reason to trust you. And he's yet to give me one. He ain't filed shit. Another week went past. He's done more interviews and ain't filed shit.
Regardless of what you've experienced. And, you know, then I'm thinking, okay, if he did do that, well, number one, I'm thinking what they said, from what I understood, is that 120 separate lawsuits.
Yep.
So that means there's gonna, like every single day, for at least 120 different days, there's gonna be a different lawsuit with different people.
Cap.
And I'm gonna be like, yo, this shit is gonna blow my mind. And they're gonna drag this shit out.
Yep.
And then they're saying they're going to release names, and now I need to really know these names. But then I'm thinking, all right, let's say this shit is true. Number one, it's beyond pause. It's like demon pause, which is when you see demon pause, you don't even play with that person no more. It's like, what do you do? And I'm like, if that is the case, that's pure evil. That's like
Agreed.
devil worship.
Agreed.
And people have been putting him on a platform for 30 years straight.
Including you, just for the record, if everything they said about Jay-Z is true, we would never have Jay-Z if it wasn't for this nigga sitting on the screen. So I just always be laughing at how these motherfuckers in the end just get to sit back and be like, damn, it's fucked up what y'all did.
And some people knew, but I guess the general public did not. So does that mean that everybody that went to his party and that celebrated him, if that's true, does that mean they were celebrating evil?
Nigga, you were literally on demon time. You may be better with the Lord now, I believe, but bro, I don't like you telling these stories, making it seem like you wasn't on demon time, nigga. It's like, I'm trying, my niggas. I'm trying. I said I'm trying. Fucking trying.
Is that a form of, like, you know, unconscious devil worship?
I'm with Jesus. My mind is not capable of unconscious devil worship. I'm in tune, just for the record. I don't know what you on, nigga, but me, myself, I'm in tune. I don't have nothing what you talking about.
What was really disturbing to me about that was that they said that the pattern was they put stuff in people's drinks.
Exactly.
And then they would pass out and wake up sore. And number one, I'm like, wow, how many times have I been in an environment where someone tried to pass me a drink and I didn't take it? And now I'm like, who was trying?
So now niggas was trying to drug and fuck you. Stop, Dame. Mark Curry already told us the game, bro. Y'all niggas knew when you went up there what bottles you could touch and what bottles don't touch. These niggas, bro.
To line me up. And I think, pause, that it's justified and warranted to reflect, because I was around.
Yeah, your use of pause is uncanny.
Around these people, and I didn't know they played those games. And it's another level of gangster. So again, I ain't got no problem with people being gay, but if you're pretending you're gay and you're a gangster, that's gay gangster. And you could get robbed of your money, but you also could get robbed of your manhood, and that's a whole nother level of disrespect. And, you know, I'm thinking, I'm like, so I'm remembering when I was on Drink Champs, and then again, I have to think this, so Nori, don't think I'm beefing with you, but I just have to reflect. And I was on Drink Champs, and Nori was so adamant about me drinking Ciroc.
No, I can't do that no more.
That was yours, man.
It's over, because...
No.
Not the interview. Come on, Dame.
How about this? We'll finish it with a shot of Ciroc.
Can you show Aaliyah Wilson for me? Well, let's take
done?
a shot of vodka.
If we done?
Let's take a shot of vodka, Dame.
Are we done, though?
Vodka for us.
Well, I mean, I know it's needed, but...
I'll do another one.
You gotta do a shot of vodka. Come on,
At
please.
the end, we're not done.
I fucked with you the whole night. You guys won.
I said when we finish, we're not done.
Yo, Tito, help me. Come on.
He's clear, bro.
That's just a weird back and forth about trying to get this nigga to drink that fucking Ciroc.
With you. I'm in with you. Can you pour me a shot too, Dan?
But why you gotta put the ice in the shot?
Because you gotta be sophisticated.
All right, you're gonna have ice cubes. I don't know you're gonna do a shot with ice cubes.
Yes, you gotta do a fucking shot with ice cubes.
Big shout out to
this
Puff,
is good
man.
shit. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. I'm sorry. All right, and you gonna take a shot? You gonna take a shot, Ciroc?
Go ahead, pour it.
Oh, you want me to pour you? He's a gangster. When a nigga tell you he want him to pour you a shot, that's some gangster.
I just poured yours, right?
All right, well, we even. Look. You gonna take mine? Oh, look at that.
Like, I would never agree to do a show where we just sit around getting shit-faced drunk with a camera on. Like, it's just a recipe for disaster.
I'm in. Let's do it. Eye to eye. I told you.
What do you mean? Why do you think it's not?
I don't know why I keep doing this show. It's not proper. I don't know this. I went to Runyon Canyon today, and I was like, why did I do this? Like, what did I accomplish?
Can I take the ice cubes out? I never took a shot with ice cubes.
Nah, but you're in my world now. That's,
all right.
not gangster. You got to do the whole thing.
Because what's crazy to me,
I gotta give Dame that credit. That seemed weird, nigga. That did almost seem like you was trying to get that nigga extra slippery, nigga. Young slithery.
is if his hustle is putting stuff in people's drink, he made a liquor. I mean, that's the illest shit in the world. That everybody was partying and you don't know what was in that drink. And if he was, undercover gay, because I didn't
know this nigga didn't hit a pause button.
Didn't know
I forgot he has that damn button.
And obviously, if he was knocking men out and they were waking up violated, he's making somebody gay that doesn't want to be gay. So I'm like, what was in them drinks? And then I'm starting to think like, damn, when did hip hop start to lose its masculinity? When did dudes, and again, no disrespect to nobody, but like,
oh, this is disrespectful, but go on.
Tough niggas started wearing dresses and pocketbooks, like maybe that could be the reason. And I'm just thinking it through. Like maybe that could be the reason why hip hop took a turn for the feminine. Because that shit, if homie was really putting shit in people's drinks and he's making the liquor.
No, you didn't try some backdoor way to say that Ciroc and Diddy made hip hop gay. Come on, Dame. Stop. I've yet to see Jay-Z make any song calling out gay niggas because he want that corporate money, so stop.
And again, I don't know, and I'm not even saying it to be funny, but they saying, homie was putting shit in motherfuckers' baby oil. So how could you trust that person to serve you drinks at such a big scale? So I'm remembering Nori so adamant about me taking a shot of Ciroc, and I'm like, nah. And I brought my own. And now y'all can understand why I always want to make my own. So I brought my own liquor. You know what I'm saying? I was taking shots of my own. And then what happened, I made him take shots of Ciroc, and then he ended up getting too drunk, talking about take your shirt off and all this type shit. It's on tape. So it ain't like...
Nigga, we got to go back and watch this, nigga. We got to go back and watch the Dave Dash Drink Champs, nigga. Oh, my goodness. And it was 4 years ago, too. Yeah, we might watch this motherfucker out. React to this motherfucker tomorrow. Oh man, cause I did not know about this Drink Champs. Yeah, that motherfucker interview was 4 years ago. It's crazy. Cause you could tell it was the beginning of the Drink Champs. They wasn't in that big ass studio and shit yet. Nori used to be famous for talking about, oh, I never went in that door, and then magically all of a sudden this nigga ended up with Drink Champs. Remember that shit? This nigga got literally a Diageo talk show. That's what Drink Champs is, a Diageo talk show. And this nigga sit here. Nori, I'm gonna put that in the part 2. Nori sit there and talks about how he knows there's a door. He don't know if it's a gay door, but he do know there's a door, but I ain't never went through that door. And then after he said that shit, magically he got like arguably one of the biggest podcasts in all of hip hop now.
You just naturally start to think of things. And then I was thinking, there was this one time that when my daughter was 16, Jay had a show, and my daughter wanted to go. So I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna deprive my daughter. So I hollered at Jay, sent the kite, and told him I wanted to go to a show with my daughter, and they accommodated me to the fullest. People were really surprised to see me there, took pictures with everybody. But, and again, Emery's my brother, so I would hate to think that he was fucking around like that, pause. But he kept passing me somebody. That was the first time I had tasted that Douce, and I got ridiculously drunk to the extent, and my daughter and I were talking about this the other day, that I was like, yo, I don't get this drunk. Why am I so drunk? And I ended up, pause, wrestling with Kevin Hart. Poor nigga got me in a chicken wing. And I remember Vaughn taping that shit. And I'm like, yo, why you taping, Vaughn? So I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, because homie makes drinks too. And again, just if this is true, these are the things that I'm like, just reflecting on.
Dang. I believe what you saying. The part that's just hard for me to believe is the part where all of this happened and you didn't know. You was known as the smartest nigga in the room, but now you playing like all this shit was happening around me. I never knew. I was a little woozy too. They might have drugged me and tried to fuck me.
And if I wouldn't have played everything completely by the book, complete honor, then I could have been compromised. And what would have happened if I ever woke up feeling some kind of way? Compromised. What would I have done? And then I start thinking, I'm like, yo, homie's really a gangster, because that whole time, like after the first Cassie case came out, and he was just out smoking a joint, dancing, like literally to the day he went to jail, he was out in the park. Like, you would have never thought a person had all those problems. Like, I couldn't have handled that. So would it let
me? That's the difference between you and Diddy. You had a short ass fuse, and you was caught on camera doing and saying a bunch of ridiculous. Bro, remember when you got mad at Def Jam? Nigga, that shit was all on camera.
To believe is like, yo, things could be going a whole nother way over there, and you'd never know. And then I'm like, how does he keep everybody so quiet? Because nobody's saying nothing. Whoever was down is keeping it real, like y'all could keep a secret because I don't know who's what. And I'm like, well, I guess if you got something on somebody, then they won't say nothing. So for me, just hearing the depth of that and the fact that they're putting, you know, homie in it, I'm like, again, if let's say all this time, you thought somebody was the truth and that they were perfect, and you fought for them and you argued for them and you celebrated them, almost sometimes to the degree of worship. And then all of a sudden you find out that everything you thought they was a lie, and that you've been promoting a lie, and that you've been promoting evil. Even down to, let's say, not this situation, like a conspiracy theory that you really believe in your heart is real, but it turns out to be the purest form of evil. Does that mean you were unconsciously celebrating the devil? That you were the one that was spreading and fighting for the word of evil? And if that does become the case, will you have the accountability to say, yo, I was bugging? And the people that you saw that were fighting for the right reasons to protect you, will you even acknowledge or have any accountability?
Dame, why are you talking like you an ex-bad boy artist? Like, this shit wild to me. This nigga talking like he an ex-bad boy artist. Like, nigga, you was the CEO of Rockefeller, bro.
For that. And what this situation has done is it's really made me celebrate my life and appreciate my problems. So in my mind, every day I'm waking up, like we went to the supermarket just now. I was like, yo, this is fly. I could just go to the supermarket with my son and my girl and Tia, and I get to wake up. Like yesterday, last night, we went to see London. A star is a chef out here, and our son plays football. And we went to go see him play at a high school. And I've been to the Super Bowl a couple of times and took jets and did that whole thing. And you could ask Rocky, I'd be like, I hate that shit because it's just such a hassle. I had more fun just going to see someone that I know play football with my family, with no headache, no security. Way more fun.
Of course you did. It's more fun that way. Why are you sounding surprised?
It was easy to get drinks, stuff to eat. Then each and every time I went to the Super Bowl. It's really made me appreciate the choices that I made. Like, the fact that I didn't have to see things get so dark to know things were wrong. What's up, buddy? Just gotta do that, huh? Thank you. Exactly. Like the fact that my son could just walk up, it's a dream to me to just be able to raise a child. Can you let Daddy finish this, please? Can you? Let's go.
Get a nigga whooping.
Let's go. Daddy's working right now. Can you go over there? Go, Mom. Thank you. This weekend, I was
whoop his ass.
Was able to broadcast my first pay-per-view fight on American New. And I'm a fight fan. So that in itself was a big deal for me. But being able to actually ref the fight that Shane Mosley was fighting and meet his father, the people I've been watching most of my life fight. And, he's a legend. Being able to ref, being able to commentate, I got to commentate, all on my own network. Like, to me, that's iller than going to a Canelo fight and being in the crowd, even if it's front row.
True.
I had such a good time. Freeway came through. We were in Chester, PA.
He right. Now, here's the one thing. He's right. It's sad that it took him learning it in reverse, where it's like, I be telling people where it's like, you can be, even at this juncture, you could be a low-level millionaire, 100,000-aire, and shit like that, and you can do a lot of cool shit, and you ain't got to have all the hassles and all this extra shit if you had all the extra money and all the extra shit that come with it. And then you start realizing that, man, just having my own brand is better than ever saying I can afford a Gucci bag.
The mayor picked me up from the airport, took me to an art district. It's like what I learned and what I'm learning from this experience, just this whole thing, is like, no matter what, there's always going to be some degree of a competitive thing going on between a me and a Jay and a Puff. I mean, it's just, that's what men do. And my thing was always like, yeah, they look like they're ahead of the game, and it appears that way, but I just never thought that they did it the way I felt like it would be a win. And in my mind, I'm like, only way people are gonna understand this is if I get as much money as they have and have as much stuff as they have, but I have to really make some real money my way. So regardless to what, it'd be like, until I get to a certain level, and that's why I'm gonna keep investing until I do, they're ahead of me. Pause.
What? Nigga, your use of pause just throws me off.
But like in this moment, I'm like, well, he's in jail, and if the stuff they saying about Jay is true, then I'm in the lead. And
you in the lead, nigga, you might be next.
When I look at the things and the way my life is right now, I'm like, yo, I don't need to buy none of them big houses and all those things that they're showcasing. It doesn't seem real without some dark, evil shit.
So how did you get your shit when you had it? You was doing dark, evil shit. Now I give you credit. It sounds like you have turned your life around. So that's why you are able to enjoy these things you're able to enjoy now. So I do give you that. But nigga, this revisionist history of you, I know, bro, I know a lot of people, this whole calm Dame Dash shit of the last couple of years is funny to me. This is all new. I'm happy you've gone this route instead of the other way, but nigga, let's stop.
It's not worth it, and it doesn't seem sustainable. And, for me, the wealth is not what you show, it's what you live. You don't show your wealth, you live your wealth. So being able to live on a lake and be able to take your child to school and watch him, and being able to watch your child to me is important because this is what I'm noticing. A lot of people are, pause, undercover gay because they got violated and they don't want people to know. And, you know, I learned this happens when I was spending some time in LA. I don't want to get specific with the story, but bottom line is...
Why not?
If you have to work and someone else is watching your children, especially if that person is younger, if that person's been abused, then they don't think it's a bad thing to abuse, or they might not call it abuse if they do it to another younger person. And that's, I think, where the cycle starts. So also I'm wondering with Puff, I'm like, if he is drugging dudes to make them gay, why does he want everybody to be gay? And the only thing I could come up with, he must have got some degree of violated and thinks that shit is normal. You know? But at the end of the day, that's why it's important to be able
But what about
to
Jay?
watch your children.
You were asked
'Cause don't
about
know the
Jay. You
problems
keep
that
talking about
other
Puff.
people have that are watching your children, and you don't know what their normal is. And I think that's where that cycle starts. Somewhat when a family is disfranchised, like a father's in jail or gets killed, and the mother now has to work double time to pay the bills, and someone has to watch the child, and it's not usually the parent. And that's where things start to happen. So, you know, there's people that live around me that I know that are like third generational real wealth. And I don't see them showing their wealth, but I do see them living it. They go to school, they take their kids to school just like I take my kids to school. They really enjoy those things. Just doing normal things with your child and your family is a luxury within itself. And I think people should really understand what real wealth is. And, you know, for me, it's like, it feels like it's just broke people that want to prove they're rich. But people that are really wealthy, they're kind of ashamed to show their wealth. But they definitely live it. You know, the vacations are usually dope. But for me, again, this experience has just really made me appreciate the fact that I chose, you know, love over money. But what it makes me think is like, wow, how could somebody think, you know, being around other famous people that you don't know and don't trust, and other people thinking you have money, how could that be worth not spending time with your family if you have the ability to? Because that's all I want to do. Only people I want to impress, I just want to impress my son and my daughters, my sons, and my girl.
Finally.
So I think we have to look at our value system, because if you've been tricked into celebrating things that appear to be perfect, that you now find out are evil, it's like, I just feel like y'all looking the other way.
But nigga, I hear what you're trying to say, but here's my problem with all of this. The question was about Jay, and you have moonwalked your black ass smooth from Jay, talking solely about Puff.
Y'all know when shit ain't right, but just because someone's celebrated by having money or being famous, you know, y'all still go celebrate them.
Well, that's how you got niggas to compete for a Jeep Commander.
And karmically, you know, like if you were there when things were going on, don't think that you're not held accountable. Or if you made money with someone knowing that they were doing some really foul shit, you're still accountable.
Like Jay?
You know? And I've always looked at it that way. So that was the reason why, when I saw like the industry robbing artists, that was enough for me to say, that's morally wrong, and that was enough for me to break out. And then I'm thinking like, damn, everybody's gay? Or like, how many people are holding this secret that I knew? And you gotta think about something, like, I and my crew, we started Pause. So to me, I'm like, damn, Pause might have really saved my life, or at least made it.
You know, Rick is so wild and has went so far off the meter. It's shit that I can't even tell you on TV. I mean, you know, for the sake of our friendship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring it up. But trust me, he's went there. He has went where it's like, yo, Rick, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You done took this shit too far. And his response is like this: there's no such place. Darkness, let's go to the abyss, nigga! I'm not with it, man. I don't want to go to the abyss, man. You know what I'm saying? Rick wants to go to the abyss. In fact, he dwells in the abyss. Rick James dwells in the abyss, okay? And he wants company sometimes, you know? And for some reason, he likes to reach out for me. Whenever I'm around, when he wants to go there, he will reach out for me to try to take me to the abyss with him. And I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it. And that's when we end up, you know, tussling or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, did you just say the word pause saved your life? Did you say pause saved your life, nigga? What? Nigga, just when I thought I've heard it all, my nigga. Just when I thought I've heard it all.
You gotta think about something, like, I and my crew, we started Pause. So to me, I'm like, damn, Pause might have really saved my life.
This nigga's dead ass too. He's so serious.
Or at least made it where people understood my boundaries. And that was the reason why we made up Pause. So you knew that there wasn't me having no double meanings, none of that playing. Pause. Now, if I'm saying pause and everyone's laughing, but you really are kind of upset because undercover you know, may be gay, you probably hate me.
Nigga, pause. Saved his life, nigga.
So now it all makes sense to me. And because nobody's saying anything, until further notice, to me, everybody that acted a certain way, and I'm trying to figure out why, and I might have been like, yo, it's bitchy, or, you know, y'all acting like men with vaginas. To me, until that's kind of made clear, and I'm not mad, it's just, I'm like, oh, I get it now. Everybody was gay.
Oh, nigga, you gay. This nigga Dave. This nigga Dave, he has somehow successfully danced around Jay-Z to the point of calling everybody gay at the end. I just realized, nigga, everybody gay. Except me. Pause.
It makes sense. Like, I reflect on people being mad. Like, well, how come Steve Stout keeps being worried about me being around other girls? Like, why is that such a big deal to him? And I don't even want to say his name no more because he's a clown. And as you see, when I addressed what he said, silence, radio silence.
Thank you. How long?
Yeah. Another question?
No, you never answered the question. Hey, nigga, you low-key defending Jay, bro. I thought you and Jay was beefing, but you low-key defending this nigga. I'm gonna keep that shit a stack. Like, what the... That transition, nigga.
Radio silence. Yeah. Another question? And again, I want to make sure people understand.
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
I ain't got nothing against anyone being gay. But if you are gay and you're telling people you're not, I don't think that's fair. Or if you're gonna put stuff in somebody's drink and then you want them to wake up gay, that's...
What the fuck are y'all niggas drinking? Nah, Dane. Did they turn you out and you trying to be like, and you trying to play that shit off? It was like, nah, I didn't try to do that shit. Nigga, they put some shit in my drink to make me gay. Man, pause. Man, pause.
That's crazy. And if there's anything happening with any children, that's just abominable. That's just deepest, darkest devil bullshit. And there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, you're right. That's why we got to be careful throwing that shit in, because when y'all say that this nigga had freak offs, understand if he had a freak off with any of them kids, any kids was ever involved, y'all all going down. Everybody that was at that party is in trouble.
So given your experiences in the music industry, do you think this kind of behavior has been like an open secret, or are these revelations just as shocking to you as the public?
You better not say the latter.
So an open secret is like an oxymoron. I think for whoever is a part of these parties or whoever is like secretly gay, pause.
Why do I have to pause after secretly gay?
I think that probably was common amongst whoever knew the secret, or even the parties or whatever else is going on.
What?
But for people that aren't down, who aren't a part of this program, who aren't in this club, yeah, I did not, like, I would, again, like, when you're in the same industry, you know, people tend to sometimes have a lot of the same women in common. And women will, like, if a girl's messing with a dude and then they mess with someone they know that's a dude.
So you was fucking bitches that was fucking the gay niggas in the industry. Got it. Got it. Keep going.
And that guy treated them wrong, or there was some crazy shit. Pillow talk, they tell you everything. And there would be a lot of times, and I'm not gonna say no names or who people were,
why not?
That I would hear things, but I would like stop it. I would shut it down because I don't want to talk about no other man. So I'd be like, I don't want to hear that. Or I'd be like, that shit just can't be true, and I would dismiss it as.
You can't make this shit up.
He just admitted on record that people used to tell him about this shit, but he would just dismiss it. So how you doubling back now like you got some concern? You just admitted that motherfuckers would tell you some shit. You was just like, whatever. Oh my goodness, bro. So all that shit you've been saying, you just flushed all of it down the toilet right now by just admitting that you did know. You just didn't take it seriously. That's not the same thing. You can't say you didn't know. No, you knew, you didn't take it seriously. Oh my goodness. I told you, Dame. You were there, bro. You were in, like, when everybody leaves, so like you could come in the room. Dame acted like Dame could come in the room and be like, hey, I want to talk to you, Puff. Come holler at me right quick. And Puff would stop what he's doing and go talk to Dame. Not even on like some son shit. This nigga was the head of Rockefeller Records. Everybody knew that shit. He was the East Coast, he was the other New York Puff. That's all Dame ever was trying to be, was Puff. He was dancing in the videos, all the shit. He was doing the same shit as Puff. Except he was more of an asshole in person. And I think he funnier than Puff. Dame Dash was like, bro, he used to do a whole bunch of shit that was funny. But it's weird to see Dame Dash sit up here at 50 and be like, oh, it's crazy to hear all of this shit now. Like, damn, I ain't even know. Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
They might be mad at that person. So you hear things, but not to that extent. I am shocked. And the reason why is because no one...
I didn't change this nigga's voice. This nigga stepped into the tunnel of lies.
...is saying anything that's being accused of certain things. No one's dismissing anything. And I just know that, like, If the only reason why you're not telling the truth is because your press and your publicist is telling you how to answer, then that means you have something to hide. You know? So to me, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers been fucking with me for years. And I just couldn't understand like why they couldn't let it go and the depth of it. But
now, here's the one thing I do believe with Dame. I do believe that was how they got Jay-Z to turn on this nigga, was they invited Jay-Z to some shit that they wouldn't invite him. And it wasn't like it was because he was just such a fucking loudmouth, bro. And I'm about to prove it to y'all here shortly. Dame was such a fucking loudmouth, and when he didn't get his way, it was loud. So you had to almost like do snake shit behind his back in a sense, is how they felt. And I understand, like, even though I don't believe in doing snake shit, but I can't pretend I don't get the logic. I got the logic. And I understand that some of this shit would be Dame getting his lick back, but I didn't expect Dame to be like this, getting his lick back. You want to be a family man? Then go be a family man, bro. They don't understand what good living is. Cool. So you won in the end. Go be a family man. Leave this shit alone.
Kind of get it. It all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And what I know is when certain things were said, like when Irv had the case with the feds, when the feds start fucking with you in any industry, whether it's like, if let's say you were in the street and you hear that, you know, somebody's hot with the feds, even if that's your man, you stay far away from him, and pause, your man wouldn't even get next to you knowing he's hot. When Irv had that issue, he told me that it was a thing like, yo, we're not working with Irv because the feds were like, yo, if y'all empower him, we're gonna investigate you. So when something gets said in public like this, and there's feds and kids involved, anyone that's taking a chance to work with that person, I have to tend to think that either they're down with them or they're protecting them. And I'm just curious to see, like, even with these allegations, how supportive people are going to be, who's going to be the ones that are still rioting and arguing. And then there'll be more things that will reveal themselves from this. So I guess the answer to the question is, right now, based on these accusations, anything is possible. You know, all I know is I knew to get away. You know, if you notice, you'd be like, why would you want to show your interest in reasonable doubt? Because there's too many gray areas over there. I don't want to have to.
So, but this is the thing. You selling reasonable doubt, that's cool and all, but now you want to sell it because it might be tied into some illegal shit. Then you should just give it away, nigga. But you still want to profit though, in the end. I got you.
Talk to them about nothing at all. I want to be out. And you could ask people, like, yo, why don't you keep it? I'd be like, yo, it's just so much mystery on the dark things over there. And if I say anything, everyone's going to always say I'm hating, but like, I just feel like if people use logic, they could protect their souls. Because obviously what you don't understand is if somebody's evil and you unconsciously think that they're not, and you promote it, you may get the buckshot of that karma. So, you know, when you start to support people, you got to really do the research because you don't want to look stupid 30 years later. You know?
So how do you feel the whole scandal is going to impact the legacy of Bad Boy Records and Diddy's influence on the industry?
So, I mean, like, this is like the biggest scandal, like, of the century. So I think, like, Bad Boy will be remembered, but I don't think it'll be celebrated the same way. Especially, you know, the stuff with, if that, any of that's...
Well, here's the thing. We gotta be honest. Bad Boy ain't been celebrated since total, nigga, since the late 90s, early 2000s, bro. Since then, Puff has dropped a hit or two. You know, MGK had his little shit jumping, just little quiet shit. Bad Boy has been tarnished for like 20 years. This is almost kind of the last nail in the coffin, more so than like their legacy. Like, even if Puff had never got locked up, the legacy was already like Puff was a scammy ass motherfucker who might have got Pac killed, and he beat some bitches, and he might have did some shit to Kim Porter. You know what I mean? Like, so the Bad Boy legacy has been damaged for well before this arrest, to be honest.
True with the kids, you know, I think he'll be used in this whole situation because it seems like it's going to tear down a lot of industries. I just think it's going to be used as an example of, like, you think you're getting away with certain things just because you get away with it for 10 or even 20.
That's the part Puff got to be scared of, is they want to make that type of example with him.
It doesn't mean that, you know, that you'll never be held accountable, and is it worth it? So it'll definitely have a different impact on everything that he's ever done, and if he could still be celebrated. What I worry about, again, is if any of the things are true about Homeboy, how will that impact or affect the legacy of Rockefeller? And, you know, what I'm hoping is, I think, because my story and me being so adamant about not working with certain people for certain reasons, and people celebrating me looking as if I'm struggling and not doing as well as my other peers, the fact that everyone can see that because you can stand on your deen, never compromise, never look the other way, sometimes it's better to take the slower course, because even though, you know, those 10 to 20 years could look like the best years, the next 30 could be the worst, so bad that it's just not worth it. You'd rather erase all the good stuff that was fun just to enjoy the simple things, you know? So yeah, that's why these things, people have to sort of step up and say something, because people are questioning people's legacies, you know?
Yours is definitely in question.
But I'm fighting for mine. And I believe that, like my legacy, it's just started. Like, my legacy is not Rockefeller. That's a chapter in my book.
That's cool. But the thing is you can take your legacy to a whole nother level if you turn on the industry. There's no way you was as high up in the industry as you was, and you don't know no secrets that could bring some shit down, niggas. Stop this. This is ridiculous.
But the things that I'm doing to showcase empowering our culture and having a network, it's not about having a network, it's gonna be about what I'm doing on the network. If I'm moving the needle to make us smarter, to make us better, like, in this moment, the whole industry has to be re-engineered, because obviously the people that were guarding, the gatekeepers, like people say, they were morally compromised, and they were only doing what was in the best interest of them and whatever dark shit they were doing. And the good people,
now, I don't believe that Dame Dash would go. I can find it believable that he wasn't really involved in freak offs and shit like that. I can believe that part. The part where he's like, he did not know, stop.
Talented people. Like, I know real businessmen. I know real artists. I know how much you have to sell, how much work it takes to make and generate a certain kind of a volume of money. And I'm seeing people generate volumes of money that just aren't talented at what they're supposedly making money for. And that's only happening because they're cheating. And I just refuse to be a part of a cheating team on any level, because there's always going to be some degree of recourse. It might not be this year, but, you know, it could be 10 years later.
So how are you navigating your relationships with other celebrities, other people of influence, until the full extent of the allegations are revealed?
the books are closed. They've been closed. And I'm working with my family. And, you know, I really have to, I mean, the thing is, Pause sort of tightened up my circle a long time ago. And, you know, I made a conscious decision not to work with people based on their celebrity, but really based on their talent and how good of a person that they are. And I haven't really tried so much to leverage someone else's celebrity in a while. It's been either we're gonna make ourselves celebrities based on what we're doing and we're gonna do it our way. And I think, like, I've been prepared, not for this moment, I've been prepared to be able to maneuver whether or not this is, like, these things have gotten exposed. Like, I was trying to prepare, like, yo, it didn't seem like anything was gonna change and people were gonna be celebrated regardless of what bad things they did and who they robbed, and that they were always gonna try to block me, Pause. So I've always had to create a business model that navigated through these murky waters. And now these waters may not be so murky, and it might make things a little easier for me, but I'm prepared. So I have my own network. This is why I make my own liquor. This is why we have our own education. I don't trust anything that anyone's giving me that I don't know, Pause, period. And people have dark agendas, like, to a movie level. Like, I can't believe that I'm so close to this conspiracy and these things, these dark things that are going on, that the people that I'm actually up against, Pause, that you know, I have personal problems with that are affecting my life daily are the same people that are on television for this, and that I have to really figure this out, that when they talk about conspiracy, they talking about my girl. Or when they talk about stealing from somebody or robbing somebody out of a business in a very foul conspiracy kind of a way, I'm one of those people that they're talking about.
He is. They did snake him with Rockefeller right up under his nose. They did. So, like I said, I believe that you didn't get to go in certain doors because you got a big ass mouth and you a dick. I do believe that. But you not knowing what's on the other side, I think you just want a level of plausible deniability.
You know, and I have to figure this thing out. Pause for myself, like, yo, I did not realize that they were so gangster with it, if this shit is true. But like I said, I'm not even gonna call it gay gang. I'm gonna call it Pause gangster. The Pause gangster is crazy. And
the Pause gangster.
I'm just like I'm almost thankful to Jay for not even trying to tell me to be a part of any of it.
That's what I'm saying, King Consciousness. Like, everybody know, man, I am the pause joking nigga of all time. I can't see having real serious conversations and pausing nonstop. Like, this nigga's he's trying to come across a certain way. It's like, you be listening, then he'll just pause. It's like, nigga, what?
Pause. This funny circle if these things are true. Like, I gotta say thank you to him for sparing me this dark shit that's going on.
True.
Because, again, I don't care what's happened in the last 30 years or who's up or whatever. All I know is about now and what the future looks like. And my now is great and my future looks beautiful because I walked away from certain things just because morally I thought they were wrong. As I got older, because that's another thing that's bugging me out, is the things I'm hearing about kind of happened in the later part of their lives. And I'm like, yo, it's like at a certain point you realize certain things are wrong, especially when you start to have children. You know you don't want to do something to somebody that you don't want done to your kids. And that karmically, your kids will probably be the ones, if you love your kids, you know, that's the only way that you could be hurt. So, you know, these are really like, I never thought I would see these times. I never thought these conspiracies would ever come to light or even be real. But now I'm questioning everything. So the answer to that question is the books are closed. The circle got to stay tight, pause. And I'm glad I made the decisions I made. Again, I compare my problems with other people's. And when I wake up in the morning and I go through the things that I have problems with, and then I look at the other people that have problems, I'm like, shit, I'd rather have my problems any day.
Nigga, why have you turned into this old rambling man that can't answer direct questions, bro? Damn, Dame. You already in full ramble mode, bro. You be at, bro, it be some simple ass questions. Your ass be rambling, then pause. Damn, pause. Damn, pause. Damn.
And these problems I could make go away with bread, and not even a lot of bread. And I have a future, and I have a family, and I'm healthy. The lesson of the day today for business is your health is more important than your business. And unfortunately, this summer, I lost a cousin that was younger than me. My cousin shot, and he caught a heart attack. And also other people in my family have caught strokes that are very strong. And now what I have to see is a different kind of strength. It's not the street strength. It's, fighting for your life and to get your facilities back. To see somebody in a Rolls Royce convertible a year ago and then, have to see them in a bed struggling to speak, it makes you look at life different. So I try to learn from people, and I look at everything as a signal. And, the stroke and the heart attack happened twice. So I'm like, I like my life. And no matter how much money I have, not being there for my family is not, I won't feel good.
True.
That's not a win. So a friend of mine named Kenya was
Alabama, what's happening, cuz?
doing a show where we go to this doctor, and the doctor was able to give you a scan to see your heart, and they were trying to take blood, but they couldn't catch my veins. I told them it's hard, but we have to pause, go back. But, they told me I had
wow, that was a proper use of pause.
A lot of calcium. I'm diabetic, so of course everything is not going to be right. But whatever was wrong with me, if I can get ahead of it, then we can fix it. And when you learn about things, especially as a diabetic, after it's a problem, when you're diabetic, it's unfixable. But when you can know about the future, you can avoid certain things. So I just want to advise everyone to look into your future. When you get a certain age, you got to get your prostate checked. And I'm like, I'm going to the doctor with Rocky, and the male doctor's like, yo, I need to put this finger in your butt. Pause.
I knew it was coming. I swear I knew. I knew where he was going. I knew this nigga, bro. This nigga's addicted to pause, bro.
And I'm like, I'll just have to skip that. I have to process all of that before we get to it. And
nigga, you are the definition of a homophobe, nigga. I mean, this nigga, he is afraid that he will ever be seen as remotely gay in any way for any amount of time. This nigga, this is wild. This nigga Dame Dash is a real life homophobe.
And other people in my family that are really strong, they go and they do it, and it's just like, it's gonna take me a minute, but I know for my own good I had to go. But this scan was non-intrusive, and after they told me about my heart, and before I get to that, Maino.
Like, you sound like did they do something to you? Cause you kind of told us that they drug you and you woke up. Is that why you got this problem where you can't even go get your prostate checked?
As a co-host, and you know, Mayno was one of the cats that was laughing. You know, I saw it on the Instagram when my jewels dropped, my grills, and I was able to like, yo, I saw you laughing, and I thought that was cool because yeah, the shit was funny, and you know, I respect him, and he wasn't disrespectful at all about it. And I think he was like, if you a real nigga, you won't think that's bad. You can't laugh. You a funny. I'm a funny cat. I can't laugh, be mad at it. But what happened was, in that moment, someone that was laughing at me a week ago, I was able to be very vulnerable, pause around, and discuss my health. And that's how much I just don't care, and how much pride I take in being proactive about my health. That I don't care. Like, if there's something wrong with me, it doesn't even matter. Even someone that might have laughed at me, I know that because they're a human being and they're there, I know what type of time they're on. And I think that leading by example, showcasing that being tough means dealing with the things you don't want to deal with, especially your health. And I want to say thank you, and I was able to see it. I'm gonna go back, and it's gonna be a whole show. But what I was saying is, after we talked about too much calcium and there might be some blockage and what we can do to fix things, we're all having fun, and then another doctor comes out and he's like, oh, we need to talk to you about your prostate in another room. So that scared me, and I hate being scared. And, you know, he was like, you know, are you peeing all right? And I'm like, yeah, well, because if you're not, then I can fix that. Well, I am, so you don't have to feel it. What's the problem? Is there any problem? Oh, no, everything's all right. It's just shaped a certain way, but it's actually really good. That made me feel a lot better. But, you know...
Nigga, what the fuck does this got to do with Diddy and Jay? This old-ass nigga's now talking about his prostate, nigga, like... This old ass nigga done rambled himself all the way off the top. I mean, he's rambled. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, so we're really just gonna sit here and talk about your prostate. Pause. The answer is yes. I guess. I guess I don't even fucking know at this point. This nigga dang wild.
I look at my girl and my kids. I just think it's important that...
Nah, nigga, we done. Nah. Nah, I'm good.
That's why shit is fucked up, because y'all stay trying to do that. Y'all should have called Damon Dash and said, and you want the whole fucking thing to hear it? Keep the door open. I don't give a fuck. Y'all should have called Damon Dash, make sure I was privy to it, and make sure I was CC'd or whatever. You don't send an email randomly at 10:30 at night or whatever it is at night, the day we all had awake. That shit don't fly right. That shit is fucked up. And on another level, it's not for y'all to put. Y'all do not control any of my artists. That's why I'm asking questions. Everybody's looking dumb in the face. So what was we doing? What was we talking about in terms of the day? Let me know.
Why don't we just call the meeting?
Why?
Because you know what it's like.
Why?
Damon, no one...
Why? Who cares? Why? We all here. Why now you want to call a meeting?
Because you know what? No one needs to sit here and be...
No one is, so then get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck. Then get out. This is not about you. We're going to do something about Jay. We're going to do it together. All right then, but why you didn't call me? You want to make excuses, you can talk all you want. This is treacherous. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. And go get Leo. You always leave when you ain't got shit to fucking say. This nigga just got sued for this bullshit, the same kind of shit. Y'all better stop fucking with me. Y'all gonna get your man in some trouble, I'm telling you. So if y'all want to talk about Jay, if there was an agenda, let's go through it.
Nah, we're gonna reschedule, man.
What the fuck you mean you're gonna reschedule?
We're gonna reschedule, man.
What you mean you're gonna reschedule? You get the fuck out. Look, y'all heard now that Rockefeller said no one to go. You're not a leader. You don't know shit about my culture. Get the fuck out. You don't know shit about Jay. Get the fuck out, Randy Acker. That's why.
And Jay ran with all of these niggas. That's why these niggas wasn't arguing with you. The play was already done. This shit was hilarious because Dame thought he was still in control. Everybody in the room knows what's about to happen except him. Everybody know Jay gone. This shit a wrap. Your career is basically over. Everybody know this except this nigga.
I'll just kick your fucking ass anyway. Excuse me? That's why you stay getting punched in your face by other artists, not by Dame Dash, but other people, because you don't respect my culture. That's why. That's why you've been smacked. Not by me, by other people. Get out of here. Beat it. No one needs you. Get out. Clear a sample or something.
Nigga, Dame thought he was gonna talk to these white folk any type of way. Nigga, bro, again, to listen to this nigga try to be the calm voice in the room, I'm like, yeah, I believe you got cut, because he got cut out. He could have went with Jay, but the whole thing was, it was kind of like a situation where, yeah, Jay's dirty for what he did, but from the one standpoint, I understand it, where it's like, look, Jay, we can give you the world if you get rid of this loudmouth ass nigga you be running with. It's cool he helped you get on and all this stuff, and he is a good negotiator, he is a good businessman, but he's a fucking loudmouth. Pause. My black ass, I should have ate before I came to work, nigga. I'm sorry. I've been on 3 hours. You ain't never seen when Dame. So this is basically the beginning of the end of Rockefeller. I remember when this shit happened. Again, these are things that people don't remember and shit, because a lot of this shit's having context for me now, looking back at some of the shit. But yeah, they had called a meeting with Jay-Z and didn't tell Damon Dash, which was like a no-no. Oh. They supposed to call him first. There ain't supposed to be no ex parte meetings.
Call security. How y'all calling meetings without me, B? That's what I need to know. They come on, man. That's what I need to know. You get your staff, get the fuck out. It's all good. Don't have no meetings without me. No more. Just like I thought. Just like I thought. Then when my staff comes, y'all cancel meetings. Just like I thought. What you mean bullshit? The fuck? Y'all niggas having meetings about my artist without calling me?
Get off the bullshit.
It ain't no bullshit.
Get off the bullshit.
It ain't no bullshit. Man, look, look, everybody here is ashamed of y'all. Who wants to work under a coward?
They don't have to. I ain't no
cowards. Y'all cowards.
I ain't no coward.
Y'all cowards. Let's go back to our office. Y'all want to have a meeting about Jay? Y'all call me.
Go meet at your office.
You're interfering with the way I deal with my artists.
No, we're not.
That's illegal. Yes, it is.
Handle your business, nigga. That's all.
What you mean handle your business, nigga? What do you mean by that?
Just handle it.
What do you mean?
Just handle it.
I'm saying, what do you mean by handle your business? Yo, you a clown, man.
Whatever. Come on.
You a clown, or all y'all clowns.
Y'all got to handle your business.
I hate these niggas, man.
So should I try to lock it down for today?
Nah, I mean, y'all can do whatever you want. Like I said, I don't see the necessity. I mean, they're gonna do it to me, and it's cool. I just want y'all there. If it's just for planning and shit, I still don't care. As long as we're there to be represented. Like he was like, I wasn't there. I was like, so what? Your whole Julie was there. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna have to give that effort for every artist. Just because they don't have an artist, they don't have a heavyweight. What they doing is they getting their fourth quarter game together. That's all they give a fuck about. It's the fourth quarter, and they want us to put as much act as possible. That's gonna be their biggest act of the fourth quarter, and that's all they do. And it's not their act, it's ours. Boy, they have no franchise right now. There's no DMX. Ja got ruined. It's nothing they can do. So they. I seen all of y'all yesterday. Why nobody told me about the marketing plan about Jay-Z? They trying to take our franchise from us. What you mean bullshit? The fuck, y'all niggas having meetings about my artist without calling me? Who called the meeting about Jay with all these nice people without me?
A CEO's mind, that marketing plan was me. Say the movie, dog.
I put the money to the power to own my own biz. Whatever I do, won't touch a cold brick. I keep on struggling, I keep on hustling. I keep on hustling.
I'd explain it to me. I didn't get no calls about nothing. And I'm not even trying to, y'all pull this shit. Y'all know what we going through when we're bigs and all that. Y'all gonna fuck around like this?
Honestly, we did know about the big thing.
I know y'all know about it. Y'all went to the fucking wake. I want to know. I seen all of y'all yesterday. Why nobody told me about a marketing plan about Jay-Z? This is not your fucking artist. Y'all don't do nothing for Jay-Z without me. What the fuck? That's why y'all trying to make this like, oh, that's also, y'all the ones promoting me and him got a beef too? Because we don't. How y'all got a meeting about Jay without me? How y'all make any decisions about Jay without me? Huh, John?
Damon, how you gonna have a problem with me?
Because I'm asking you because you here on Jay's behalf. I bet you Jay don't know I wasn't invited. I bet you that. An email, now we discuss things through emails. Y'all giggling and shit about my artist. He's not a Def Jam artist. He's a Rockefeller artist. And y'all not nobody in this room better than anybody in my staff. So how y'all having a meeting or make any decisions about Jay without my authority? That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't get. What's up? Hey. All of these people. Who are all these people? How y'all talking about my artist career without me? What the fuck you laughing at?
I'm laughing at someone told me we're having a small meeting.
All right, well then that's what I want to know.
It was really just.
All right, so then I want to know who called the meeting. Who called the meeting about Jay with all these nice people without me?
John came to me this week.
All right then, how do y'all call a meeting about Jay-Z without Rockefeller? There ain't even nobody from Rockefeller in here.
So what does that say, nigga? Eeny, meeny, miny, Melvin.
It's more Def Jam in here. How y'all have a meeting about Jay without Darren or Gerard or Damon Dash or anybody else?
Gerard, you invited to this?
Yeah, through a fucking email. Don't play no games, man. Y'all don't have no meetings about any one of my artists without me knowing about it. And giving me and calling me direct, like y'all calling me about everything else and saying, yo, do you want to be at this meeting or you don't? None of y'all better than me. None of y'all.
Damon.
Well, that's what.
So let me ask you a question. Do you want to continue the meeting?
Yeah, let's continue the meeting, but I'm asking for some answers. Let's get some protocol. Y'all don't do that shit for no other artists. Y'all think y'all gonna come and get my biggest artist and fucking control his last album? Y'all, you think I trust y'all with his fucking shit? I don't trust y'all with nothing. Without no representation from my crew here? Who? Gerard came with me. He's the one that let me know, like, yo, I just got an email.
Supposed to do.
He just let me know. Y'all don't confirm nothing without me.
This is why it's wild to watch him at 50-something be like, yeah, I was just there, you know. We grind hard. Like, nigga, Puffy was low-key stealing some of his demon time from you.
It should be I confirmed that meeting. Y'all having a marketing meeting about this. No one spoke to Damon Dash. It ain't about Gerard. It's a good thing he did call me at 11 o'clock after I just came from one of my best friend's wake via fucking email. Like I'm checking my email at this time in my life. Y'all know what the fuck I'm going through?
You know, that's why we felt that.
Right, so then you don't have no meetings about Jay without Rockefeller staff.
No.
Y'all didn't know that before? Now we continue with the meeting. I don't understand that.
Because we felt we were gonna have a small meeting.
Why do y'all listen? Jay's not your artist. It's not for you to call him mean. He's my artist. He's his artist. He's down with Rockefeller. Y'all don't make.
It don't sound like it,
how to
nigga.
do publicity. Y'all already chose a fucking product manager. I don't know if I want that. I don't know if I trust that. Y'all don't make all these decisions. Y'all bring them to me, and then I'll go tell Jay. Because Jay hasn't been in the office in 2 years. So he don't know what the fuck is going on.
So should we make this a smaller meeting?
No, you wanted it a big, and why should it be smaller? Because my staff is here?
No, I'm saying obviously.
What you mean? How do you invite my staff to one of my artist meetings? We invite you.
I thought we'd do this together, Dan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one left you out.
What you mean no one left me out?
Yeah, we invited you, bro. Nigga, I'm supposed to be inviting you. Hey, nigga, hit the like button. Hey, it sounds like the decisions have already been made. How are you gonna invite me? I'm supposed to be inviting you. Well, cause we own Jay now. You've been cut out, nigga.
God did not call me. God, don't send out like clearly. Do not send me no email. Call me. I'm not even talking to you. You should shut the fuck up anyway.
I'm tired of the nonsense. For that like me, soon stop fighting.
Choke no joke, bro. You a fool for this. That was just ultimate WPS. Fuck you, nigger face.
Me out. Y'all did not call me. God,
Well, I didn't do that. I apologize.
Do not send me no email. Call me. I'm not even talking to you. You should shut the fuck up anyway.
Yeah, okay, nigger. That's why we own Jay now, nigger. Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you want to say. He belongs to us now. And make sure you leave your parking pass at the front. You have officially been trespassed.
Ain't nobody even talking to you, man. Shut the fuck up.
We own Jay, nigger.
What do you want Jay to say? He's not sorry. This nigga ran up in there. This is the first time he realized that yelling at savage white people shit don't work. When you get done by some savage white people, understand they knew that you would do this already when they did it. So obviously they not afraid of it. Look here, you punk ass white people. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, whatever, nigger. We own Jay. Jay belongs to us now. Thank you. And yes, we are going to do his last album, his last tour, his last everything. And you'll be lucky to get in the arena.
Dame just spazzed on that nigga. But that was what Dame did. Dame spazzed on people. He was famous for that shit. Now this nigga cool and he get to act like, yeah, nah, I ain't start talking to Aaliyah until she was 20. Okay.
Oh, really? Fuck you, huh? Oh, really? Well, yeah, we'll see about that. You see all this paperwork I have right here? These are contracts. And guess whose name's not in them? You, nigger. Your name's not in these contracts. It's just me and Jay. Jigga, my nigga. That's his motherfucking name. Jigga, my nigga. So you niggers better get it right and you bitches better get it right.
Hound dog was having. The way Dame try to act like he's just so this nigga Dame is like, this is all news to me. I didn't know nothing about freak offs, nigga. What? Yeah, nigga. I mean, I just, I think the word pause saved my life because apparently me saying pause was like wearing garlic for vampires, and them niggas never tried me all because I was saying pause. He said that shit with a straight fucking face too. We need one more like for 100. Somebody get on that. Somebody step on up to the plate. Knock that 100 out. Shout out to everybody with the real late night crew. Yeah, we got another blunt left. It's Friday night. I guess we'll check the Diddy update or two. New Diddy video should be out tomorrow. The Diddy Lost tapes. The first upload was successful. People do want the part 2. So we on to the part 2. We on to the part 2. Part 2 is going to be extremely fun. I got a couple of things that I am going to include that I have not put on stream yet. This is going to be like, oh yeah. Wilt Chamberlain rule has been achieved. Shout out to everybody. So that'll be fun tomorrow, especially since I ain't got that other shit going on. Fuck that other shit. Oh, bitches, sluts, whores, dykes. But when I told everybody that nigga pray to crystals so he's useless, I was made fun of. We'll put that on the record. Ooh, gas. Whew. R. Kelly daughter. My nigga, you got to do better than what you trying to pull. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta do better than what you trying to pull. I guess I'll show this Ellen video right quick while I smoke this last blunt. Because I got a feeling some of this Ellen, I think Ellen either tried to get turned out of the Diddy party or she might have, because Ellen, even though she was gay, she used to look like a chick, and now she just looks like an old ass dude. But she just brought her, she just did a comeback special, basically, a stand-up special, after getting motherfucking blackballed, because everybody found out that the Be Nice lady actually is one of the meanest bitches on earth. Not surprising. She came across as mean. She used to do a lot of shit I found questionable that people just let slide because she's a comedian.
So it has been a very long time since we last talked about Ellen DeGeneres, and that's mainly because she had gone into hiding ever since she was basically the only person to be legitimately canceled. Well, her and that one Eagles fan, that is. For those of you who don't remember, or weren't around back then to remember, for years Ellen was one of the most successful people in show business, dancing around Target, embarrassing unassuming stay-at-home mothers for her own sick amusement, taking selfies with creepers, and who could forget cuddling.
I bet you I know what Diddy's thinking.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
With P. Diddy. And despite all of this foolishness, universally she did maintain a pretty good reputation, even receiving some sort of humanitarian award from Obama back when he was still president. On top of that, her show was insanely popular.
I always thought Ellen was whack. Never thought Ellen was funny. Never understood why everybody thought this bitch was funny. Never understood. I just always thought it was just sympathy for her being gay. When she first came out being gay wasn't popular, and then now being gay is popular, and she got considered a pioneer of it. That's the only thing I saw with her personally.
For over a decade, and by the end of it, she was making well over...
Real shit, Truska. Truska Sotero, I don't know if I officially said what up. What's up, everybody?
$50 million a year, with tons of sponsorships and other opportunities rolling in every single day. And keep in mind, guys, this is back when you could find an oddly shaped Cheeto and end up on that godforsaken couch. And people ate this shit up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And she was essentially being forced down our throats for a very long time. But for Ellen, it wasn't always like this. She had to grind for years to become a successful stand-up comedian back in the late 80s and early 90s. And after being voted the funniest comedian in the country and making a few appearances on late night television, she would come out with her own self-titled sitcom that did very well. That wasn't until she revealed her sexuality both on the show and in real life.
Susan, I'm gay.
Man, you corny!
And the ratings plummeted because the world was not socially ready for that during the 90s.
And then everybody got so sick of it, it got to the point where even Elton John, who I'd never met in my life, Elton John said, "We know you're gay, shut up and be funny." It's funny because all along, that was my biggest fear, is that it was going to get canceled. I never wanted to be an activist. I just wanted to entertain people. I just wanted to make
Nah, you just wanted attention.
people feel good.
So then she was outcasted, but slowly made her way back. And of course, she gets the speaking role for Dory in Finding Nemo, which was a massive hit.
Keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
And this leads to her getting her foot back into the entertainment door and eventually becoming a titan in daytime television. And so for years, her infamous catchphrase on her show that represented her entire brand was "be kind to one another," as people even referred to Ellen as the Queen of Nice, which of course turns out to be horrifically...
I never referred to this grown man as the Queen of Nice. I would never refer to this man as the Queen of anything, to be honest with you.
Ironic in the end. In 2020, hundreds of stories went viral on social media describing Ellen as a bully both at work and in her personal life.
That's because she was on Demon Time.
Yo, the devil's in full effect.
God watch over her.
Talks of a toxic work environment were at the forefront of these complaints, including racist undertones, intimidation, and even sexual misconduct from high-level employees were all alleged against Ellen and this workplace that she had created. High-level employees, from producers to talent on the show, have all corroborated these allegations of a toxic work environment.
Were you surprised by the sheer number of responses that you got?
I actually was surprised by that, and especially the variety of different kinds of stories that perpetuated all those rumors and kind of hearsay about, like, oh, Ellen is not quite as nice as she seems, as she would appear.
Muscat won 2 daytime Emmys with the show. She was let go in 2004.
As a host, she's amazing as a host. But as a boss and someone who's behind the scenes running the show, she's a different person. She's not the person people see in front of.
She looks like a douchebag that has anger issues. She thinks she looks like Justin Timberlake, but she ain't getting the same hoes that Justin Timberlake get.
The camera. This environment, this toxic culture that she created in the office has been going on for 16 years.
While I am grateful for the opportunity it afforded me, I did experience and feel the toxicity of the environment, he writes on Instagram.
Allegedly, Ellen was sending people home if she didn't like how you smelled. People were not allowed to eat certain types of food while on set. There were stories of employees being terminated suddenly and without reason. Many employees were allegedly trained to not even make eye contact want or expect to be acknowledged by Ellen.
A former Ellen staffer writes, I saw Ellen in the hallways every day and would say hello, and she never once said hello back. She wouldn't smile. She wouldn't even acknowledge me at all for 2 seasons.
And it sounds like she would go out of her way to publicly embarrass employees on a consistent basis. Basically, it
ain't no way I let that man give me no fucking lap dance.
Wouldn't even acknowledge me at all.
She looked like pure evil, nigga.
For 2 seasons.
And it sounds like she would go out of her way to publicly embarrass employees.
Ain't no way this grown ass man is. I understand this nigga's position. He like this because he about, bitch.
On a consistent basis.
Yeah, like nigga, get the fuck. This nigga like, bitch, get the fuck back. This bitch got the perfect body for planking and want to be in somebody's face. Go on somewhere.
Basically, it seems like Ellen is one of those people who thinks she is better than others, and she wants to let them know it by acting like they are the dirt underneath her shoe if she deems you or your job is unimportant. Understand, guys, that these stories were not only coming from the workplace, but also from people who were dealing with Ellen in her everyday life. Like this bodyguard who frequently works with celebrities, who said that Ellen was the first and only who he had ever worked for to not even acknowledge his presence. And this waitress who claims that Ellen went out of her way to email her boss to try and get her fired over chipped nail polish.
She emailed the owner of the restaurant and complained about your chipped nail polish.
What?
And I was like, what?
Not only that, but also
That's
during her
insane.
show, her audience members who got to participate in her games and whatnot also had stories of her being an elitist douchebag.
You just expect a lot when you go to meet like your idol, and then when you get to...
First of all, what are you doing with idols? Second of all, what are you doing with false idols? Third of all, your false idol was fucking Ellen? Bro, you got what you got. Fuck is she your idol? You want to be a gay lesbian that looks like a dude? Nigga will cut your hair. What you doing with all that long, luxurious ass hair and you want to be like Ellen?
Disappointed, it's like such a letdown. They tell you, you know, you can't be smarter, funnier than Ellen. She's the comedian and the star.
I could never see that. I could, bro, that's one that blew my mind that she says shit like that, where it's like, you getting ready to be with people and you got to have your people tell them, hey, do not be smarter, funnier, anything. Always play down to her. What?
Not you. Would only speak to the audience when the cameras were rolling. As soon as they turned the cameras off, she would not even acknowledge the audience. She would just sit on the couch, basically.
And even when she went over to Australia to do some shows over there, this is what a radio show host who was invited on had to say about his experience and how Ellen treated her staff.
Producers called us aside and said, now, Neil, no one's to talk to Ellen. So you don't talk to her, you don't approach her, you don't look at her. The people who worked with her walked on eggshells the whole time, and the whole thing was totally bizarre. Like, we're there to do an interview with her to promote what she's doing, but you can't look at her? Like, someone get real.
And
that's insane.
Obviously, with her having this long-standing reputation as this person who promoted nothing but positivity, people were shocked and outraged at this walking contradiction that Ellen had become. And at the time, when she tried and failed to make a comeback, she also gave this half-assed apology letter where she tried to dump the blame on everyone else.
I'm just so sorry.
Man, I remember when this fucking video came out. This is when it was like, oh my goodness, Ellen's about to come down, bro. Ellen had to do this fucking video like this?
Sorry that it's come to this. I really don't know what to say other than this has gone on way too
I mean, this bitch look like Jeff Hornacek, nigga.
long. People have gotten away with murder.
Basically said she had no idea that this is what life was like on set. If given just the nature of the show, is that her employees should love coming to work, no question.
DeGeneres saying she wasn't perfect and realized that some leaders were not as sensitive to human beings as they should have been, adding that reading disturbing allegations about the atmosphere on the show was heartbreaking.
So when Ellen says she's not aware of this environment. You don't think that rings true?
It's a lie.
And this would become a running theme for Ellen not to take any true accountability for her downfalls. And then she also addressed the situation poorly on her show, basically saying that if these things were going on, that she had no idea about it, while those making the accusations made it sound like she was the ringleader.
How was everybody's summer? Good? Yeah? Mine was great.
Being known as the Be Kind Lady is a tricky position to be in. So let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind Lady.
And this shit somehow it's even more dystopian when you realize that this was the audience she was standing in front of. The show after that ran for 2 years, and it was essentially a corpse of itself. Forced laughter, forced kindness, and
forced haircut.
It was clear that Ellen was feeling the pressure while crying about the situation she put herself in. Ratings were at an all-time low, and old clips began to resurface that further shines a light on the downright douchebaggery that Ellen displayed during her interactions with.
Hey, that Mariah Carey shit was downright diabolical, nigga.
Various guests on her show over the years, only further adding to the cancellation of Ellen and her empire of a brand. And now, guys, a whopping 4 years after she was thrown away like a wallet condom, Ellen is back with a stand-up special of all things. And
then she would have the Eddie Haskell varsity jacket on, number 5.
Grandma is holding no punches on this one when it comes to her quest for self-pity. It opens with the classic comedian in the green room shot as she seemingly reflects on her career. But this moment of reflection quickly turns bitter, as poor Ellen is ironically painted as being hurt by the mean headlines. And I knew that we were in for a doozy as soon as she walked up the stairs and they showed various headlines from her cancellation era, and that apparently she was accused of going too far and being too gay. Yes, I'm serious.
Being accused of going too far, too gay.
As if that had absolutely anything to do with why people have a problem with her at this point. And that should have been the moment that we all should have known that she was going to play the victim here. I mean, seriously, you had 4 years to reflect, do therapy, ayahuasca in a dirt field with Aaron Rodgers and George Bush, and this is what you come up with? And then they directly address the elephant in the room, her cancellation.
Breaking news tonight. Is the Queen of Nice really the Queen of Me?
Ellen, you wild for this, nigga.
It's a phony, hypocrite, liar.
I mean, with situations like this, it's almost gotten to the point where I truly believe that some people just lack the ability to take any sort of accountability. She even tries to foreshadow her eventual downfall with a quote from one of her older stand-up specials.
Years ago, I started ending my show by saying, be kind to one another. Here's the downside. I can never do anything unkind ever now.
This toxic workplace angle was the shit that I expected. Now this is when Ellen comes out and a sea of middle-aged white faces just go insane. I mean, I'm serious. I paused the video, I loaded it in 4K, and I didn't see a drop of melanin in the...
Nigga, here, hold on. I see a nigga. You missed a nigga. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I see a nigga. Hold on. Nah, that's actually a white man. Shit, never mind. Let's look at the cheap sheet. See, niggas can't really afford Ellen either, though. Damn, there is no niggas there. Tan Superman, you may be right.
Crowd, or anyone under the age of 40 for that matter. She starts out with Botox and face filler jokes, and parlays that into another joke about parallel parking.
I think we all care what people think. We can say we don't. We can pretend we don't care what people think, but all it takes is trying to parallel park in front of a crowded outdoor cafe. Spot looks big enough. You line it up the way you always do. You pull in, cut it a little too close. You're scraping the hubcap the entire way along the curb.
I'm sorry, but on a personal level, Grandma's parking lot adventures just aren't doing it for me.
Agreed.
Has the same energy as a boomer trying to step into this century and learn to use an iPhone. She goes on and on about how she doesn't know how to use the basic functions of her car like her fucking windshield wipers, and how embarrassing it apparently is when she cannot turn them off.
Like even if we just can't figure out how to turn our windshield wipers off, which to me is one of the most embarrassing things, is driving a car when it's not raining and the windshield wipers are going. And then you're trying to fiddle with it, trying to turn it off, and you don't know how to turn it off because it's always different. Sometimes it's on the end of the lever on the steering wheel. Sometimes there's a lever within the lever.
Ellen, just stop the...
I'm losing my motherfucking mind, man.
Just terrible.
bullshit. We know that you have absolutely no shame with your conniving ass. I mean, to be fair, she's always been a pretty clean comedian when it comes to her stand-up, and she's kind of cut from that same cloth as Jerry Seinfeld, which is really not my type of stand-up. Regardless, this whole thing is just not very enticing so far.
Don't get me started on the dashboard lights, too. Dashboard lights are not illuminated all the time, so when they are, it must mean something serious, right? But check engine, that's vague. I've checked it, it's there.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I mean, you go away for almost 4 years, and this is what you come up with all the crazy shit that has taken place in the world, and we gotta hear about your inability to understand cars for 20 minutes?
I have never used my parking brake. I've never parked my car and thought, I want it more parked than this.
Now after this, she does jump right into the cancellation, which I really think was the whole purpose of the special and her tour in general.
All right, let me see what else I can tell you about that. It's been going on. Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm mean. Yeah. Yeah, you can't be mean and be in show business. No, they'll kick you out.
And then she kind of
Okay.
cries about the fact that when she goes to a restaurant, people are just waiting for her to be a bitch or to do something mean, and how she's beyond sick of this mean queen label. And I will admit, some of the dialogue here is pretty funny. I do like this little part about her talking with the therapist about the cancellation.
At one point, my therapist said, Ellen, where do you get this idea that everyone hates you? And I said, well, New York Times, Washington Post.
She then talks about the ironic send-off phrase that she used to use, saying to be kind to one another, and that it would have been better if she said,
go fuck yourselves.
Oh my Lord. Literally, you've learned nothing.
So Grandma's really living life on the edge here. I mean, the mask has slipped and she has started to admit her own intolerance for everyday people. And this is when the real deflection starts. Basically, she jokes that harmless pranks and games were the reason behind the toxic workplace allegations. She also claims that she never even wanted to be the boss, and that she wasn't in charge on the set of her shows, which is a way different tune than what she was singing when she did her first show back after the drama.
I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there. My name is on underwear. I mean, it looked like I was the boss. The show was called Ellen, and everybody was wearing T-shirts that said Ellen. And there were buildings all over the Warner Brothers lot that said Ellen. But I don't think that meant that I should be in charge.
You can't make this shit up.
This bitch, Ellen's wild. What? Nigga, Ellen wild the motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, because they all get away with it back in that's why it's wild. That's why a lot of them quiet now, because Mark Curry said the loud part out loud. We thought the shit was cool until Bill Cosby got in trouble.
I was the boss. The show was called Ellen, and everybody was wearing T-shirts that said Ellen, and there were buildings all over the Warner Brothers lot that said Ellen. But I don't think that meant that I should be in charge.
I mean, talk about a lazy-ass cop-out when people have gone on record to say that she was the main culprit in creating this environment where bully behavior ran rampant. She also tries to make the point that she got canceled because she is a woman.
Most women aren't raised with confidence. We just aren't, and we're too self-conscious, which is why you rarely see a woman playing air guitar.
Look, Ellen, you didn't get canceled for being a woman. You got canceled for being a fraud. The physical comedy in general here is pretty bad, but hey, she is like 70 years old. She continues here to hammer down the point that she got canceled because she was too far against the grain.
Eventually, they're going to kick me out a third time for being old, mean, old, and gay, the triple crown.
Honestly, I would argue that she's become so famous because she was unapologetically gay at a time when it was not very common or accepted. And yes, at that time, she did take a huge chance and faced a lot of backlash for doing so, but it obviously made her a pioneer in the entertainment space and really a gay icon forever. She then makes this weird illusion that she might be kind of autistic.
Someone did suggest that I get tested to see if I'm on the spectrum. Well, I am on the spectrum. We all are. It's a spectrum.
And then she claims that she has OCD, and she even says that she has ADD. I don't know, this whole special isn't actually the worst thing I've seen in recent times. That award goes to Joe Rogan's recent...
Natasha in the cut one time, ladies break out the Methuselahs, and I heard that about Joe Rogan. I heard Joe Rogan shit was whack.
Steaming pile of shit that he put out last month. But much like Joe, I think the main problem here is that it has been such a long time since Ellen has lived any sort of normal life, meaning most of the stuff that she says is just not very relatable to the average person. And her whole dialogue around her cancellation is really just a lot of deflection, and it's not even clever deflection at that. And this speech right here at the end just made me cringe on a whole nother level.
I'm happy not being a boss or a brand or a billboard, just a person, just a multifaceted person with different feelings and emotions, and I can be happy and sad and compassionate or frustrated. I have OCD and ADD. I'm honest, I'm generous, I'm sensitive and thoughtful, but I'm tough and I'm impatient and I'm demanding, I'm direct. I'm a strong woman.
Natasha, squat.
Playing the "I'm just like you" card is downright hilarious. Keep in mind, this is coming from a woman who allegedly demanded lower levels of her staff on her show not even make eye contact with her, and frequently treated the people she worked with like fucking peasants. I mean, to me, Ellen's always been on some weird Illuminati shit, and something tells me that she spent a lot of time with P. Diddy, if you know what I'm saying. Happy birthday, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, or as I call him, Cuddle McSnugglestuff.
Why would you call that nigga Cuddle McSnugglestuff?
You don't need to know why. This group of kids had a dream to dance with Diddy. Today,
why would they have a dream? Why would these kids dream to dance with Diddy?
That dream came true. No matter what name you go by, you were always one of my favorite people to have on the show, Diddy. Thanks to my friend Diddy. You're always the life of the party. Apparently, I have a history of not knowing which parties I've been invited to, at Diddy. Either way, they just give her a standing ovation while she watches on in all her glory. I mean, seriously, it lasts like a fucking minute. You know, it's almost like watching a kid get a participation trophy. Like, yes, we all know you actually sucked. She closes the show out by basically saying all of those people who thought that she was mean were basing it off of lies, and that only she knows the truth in her heart, and that she hopes that in the end people will remember her as someone who was loved by the masses. And this is where the show really wraps up. They do like 10 different rounds of applause for her in the last 5 minutes, and overall she just kind of paints herself as some sort of martyr, which is just hilarious. Overall, the special was fine. It was just really boring. And I thought that her playing the ignorant victim card was just a massive cop-out. Was this the worst stand-up special I've ever seen? Absolutely not. I mean, I've watched the Gringo Poppy. I just didn't really find this funny at all, but it wasn't exactly, like, unbearable. And at the end of the day, Ellen's legacy will be that she was a pillar in the gay community, who in my opinion overstayed her welcome and bit off more than she can chew. But I want to know what you guys think about Ellen's comeback down below in the comments. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other narcissist celebrities out here need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.
Shout out to the Tan Superman. Shout out to Jamari. We gotta go. We should go over the film. Like, bro, somebody did like this. I think it's like 40 minutes long or some shit, where they broke down like everything Ellen has done. And oh my lord, I watched that shit. I think I was on the road when I had watched it the first time. or I think I watched it while I was shopping or something. It popped in my feed or something. Because, you know, when the Ellen basically got canceled, I heard the whispers of some of the shit, but I didn't care like that because, in my opinion, she came across as a meanie. She came across mean to me. So the shit didn't surprise me. But I guess we're going to park here for now. We got one more day. So it's almost 5 o'clock on the East Coast. So shit. Say goodnight to your boy. Ellen try to come back with a comedy special, nigga. That's wild. Janice, Alabama, Kendra, Natasha, trending. Number 5. Puffy, new Puffy video should be out today. I guess whenever I get a little bit of sleep, huh? Scott Johnson. Lennox. I gotta check this Drink Champs out. That shit was very suspect how they was doing Dame. I ain't gonna front. King Consciousness, Joy. Good night, good morning to everyone as well. I'm hungry. I gotta get me something to eat. But then again, I'm probably lying. God is great. I'll see y'all here in a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. R. Kelly daughter or whatever the fuck. I ain't feeling it, bro. I'm not feeling it.
Yo, what's going on, boys? How are you?
Yo, dab me up.
Hey, all right, damn. What part of the city are you from?
Yo,
what's up?
there, brother.
Hey,
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
You guys ready for this?
Take this.
Oh, all right, sick. Why don't you guys come inside? Don't ski. These are the guys.
I'm Octavius Gray. And I'm Steve. Steve LeVois. It's okay, I have babe in here, right?
Set the mood right. Pick you up, baby, I'm looking so fly. Sunset rooftop, yeah, that's nice, right? Hop in the G-Class, I know you need that. Heart racing fast like the speed of light. Is this attraction, or is it the moonlight? You want satisfaction, but only for one night. This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I just want you to see what I could be for you. 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 You got me wrapped up in your love. Barely. Finding you is like a treasure. Making my heart feel this way, yeah, yeah. And I'll treat you so damn special. What you did, who you were with, I don't care about those days. When I'm with you, I won't complain. Share your sex excess and heartbreaks. Yeah, you know I stay by your side. Never leave you dissatisfied. But I need you to let me know.
Yeah, but the only thing is I gotta wait till somewhere with pizza open.
You want satisfaction,
It's gotta
but
be
only
something.
for one night.
Gotta be.
This could be real love, but you've been broken, and I
right?
just want you to see.
Good night, Clee. Ham dog.
What I can be for you. 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 Baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Yeah, girl, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night. Oh, yeah, it's just one night. Yeah, baby girl, it's just one night.
Now, if you wanna go renegade, bitch.
Crushed it. God is great. I love y'all to death. Have a great Saturday, man. Get y'all a little bit of rest if you just woke up. Enjoy that sunrise. Have a great Saturday. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Look out for the video.
I gotta go.
You got it,
I don't want
Jess.
to hurt myself.
You gotta pee?
It's all right.
No,
You got it, Jess.
You gotta go, girl.
Let go.
I don't even want to fall.
Turn to the side.
You're okay. Just
You're good.
land right on that booty, girl. Just put your legs out
Turn
and
to the
pull
side.
on your booty.
Jess, you're amazing. You got it.
You got it. You got it. Turn to the side. Just let go and turn. Like you're laying in bed.
Yep.
Like you're jumping onto your bed on your side.
Just let go. Turn to the side. Shut your eyes.
You got it, my love.
Just turn to the side.
You're okay.
Alpha.
I've never even heard of him.
I'm petty.